live, and we are live on YouTube, X, Facebook, and TikTok. Everyone, welcome to Canucks Uncensored, your number one destination for unfiltered, raw, honest, candid, non-mainstream, and of course, uncensored commentary about those Vancouver Canucks who are still firmly in last place.
Firmly in a top 3 draft position.
Woo!
Firmly.
Woo! I'm Jordan and Witt.
This is Witt the Wizard Chow.
And welcome, everybody. This is Friday, February the 6th, 2026. And the Vancouver Canucks are on an Olympic break. We're not going to be seeing them for a little bit. I guess they need a break.
We need a break.
Yeah, well, are we going to be doing Olympics Uncensored, Witt?
Yeah, I think we might have to.
Yeah, we might. Okay. But hey, well, everyone, welcome. Whoever's here, everyone on TikTok, everyone on YouTube, everyone on X who has joined us today. Thank you much for joining us, guys. We appreciate you and we love you. If you love us, please give us a like and subscribe wherever you're watching. And yes, put your thoughts in the comments as to what you guys want us to talk about. But also, hey, me and Witt have a loaded show today. We've got a lot to talk about, don't we?
Oh, man. Let me get us started.
I mean, the Canucks are on I wouldn't say a heater of any sorts, okay? But what do we got here? 7-1 in the last 10.
That's a heater for last place.
Yes.
That's a heater for the lottery.
Yes. We cannot be happier as to what the Canucks are doing right now, okay? Losing. Man, okay, they got spanked by Vegas the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they scored some goals. P.O. Joseph scored a goal, believe it or not.
Yeah, that was crazy. I actually got one. How did he got robbed like that? That was like the save of the year, like a candidate, right? Before he got his actual goal.
Yeah.
That goalie made a monster save, man.
Well, I've been tough on P.O. Joseph all year, okay? But I can't be tough on him anymore because he is helping the tank.
Are you more a P.O. Joseph fan or a Noah Juleson fan?
Well, if we're talking about serviceable defensemen, okay, as a defenseman being serviceable, I would take Noah Juleson over P.O. Joseph any day of the week.
Okay.
Any day of the week. But since we want to lose, P.O. Joseph is just fine with me.
He's okay for you.
He is okay. 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 So first thing that we guys want to talk about, of course, the big news of the week. If you guys have been, for those of you who have been living under the proverbial rock the last week, okay, you've had to have heard the news all over the NHL. Mr. Gavin Mckenna. Holy cow. Man. Okay, so as the title of the podcast today, Mama's boy McKenna, all right, showed his true colors this past couple days, as we all know. So I don't know. Not that one. No, what? There. Okay. So guys, I'm sure you heard the news. I'm sure you saw it. I don't know. It was a couple.
I don't know if it's your job, my job, or both our
he's
jobs.
He's kind of talking about me because I call him a mama's boy. Okay, but hey, so we'll get to that. Okay, but Gavin Mckenna facing 4 charges, including a felony of aggravated assault after an alleged altercation downtown Saturday night. Apparently breaking the guy's jaw in 3 places.
That's a hell of a punch.
My goodness. Okay. So, of course, naturally, when this first came out,
yeah,
everyone's freaking out. Oh, my God, he's going to jail.
Oh, this is such Canuck luck. He doesn't even want to play for us. He'd rather go to jail. It's like, who's trolling like that? That's crazy.
Well, that's good you said that, Witt, because that was my first thoughts when it happened, okay? Typical Canucks luck. We're about to get the first overall pick. And what happens?
Before we even have a chance to figure out where we draft, we find out that one of these guys on the board, consensus number 1 overall pick, has something against them like this.
Yes, of course. Like, this guy is the potential number 1, and we're so excited that we're potentially going to be getting the number 1, and then this happens. Okay, so there was all the scuttlebutt in Canucks Nation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, should we draft him? Is he going to be good? Should we draft this guy or not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so when you first heard about it, what did you think? What did you feel?
When I first, right away, I was like, is this really the luck that we're going to get for the first time? We actually have a firm chance to get a top 3 pick, and the consensus number 1 might not even be available there.
Yes.
And the talent pool, I was thinking everything. I was like, man, then it's got to be Stenberg all the way. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Let's find out the reason why these, accusations are made.
Well, yes, you
got to dig a little bit, right?
Yeah, we got to pump the brakes on. Okay, well, for me, I was like, yes, okay, he's going to be a felon, okay, but he got into a fight, okay, but hey, we've all heard the story of Kevin Bieksa.
Yes.
All right, and the reason basically why Brian Burke drafted him. You know the story, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He took out Fedorov outside in the snow and beat the crap out of him. And Burke was like, well, I guess we want that guy.
At least that guy cares.
That was my first thought. At least we know he's tough.
A lot of people actually made that Kevin Bieksa reference pretty fast.
Yes.
A lot of people did.
Well, that was my first thought. So I'm like, well, that just looks good for us. Wow. So then a couple days later, right, the news started coming out.
Yes.
The actual news started coming out. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Apparently, well, we're calling him Mama's Boy McKenna because he was just standing up for his mother.
Yes, and that's something a son should do.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone making fun of my mother, my parents, what the hell are you thinking right now?
What are you trying to do? Right? McKenna coming to the aid or to the defense or to the honor of his mother, knocking some guy out.
Sending that guy to the SmackDown hotel.
Basically.
Oh my God.
Just laying the smack down on this poor guy. Okay? Yes. Broken jaw in 3 places, a concussion, and 3 missing teeth. All right. Some of us out there are going to be like, well, you know what? He shouldn't have done it. He's going to be in trouble. And apparently in the United States, stuff like this, they're a lot more strict about it. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I believe it. Yeah. Sure. I mean, look at this, man.
Yes.
They are very strict on the physical stuff, right?
Yes.
Like very, very strict on it.
Yes. And Michael, yes. I mean, think how strong you'd have to be to break someone's jaw with your bare fist.
Let alone break it in 3 places.
So, guys, for the people who are thinking, yeah, we don't want this kind of guy in our team. Have you seen our team lately? Okay.
Dude, there was one YouTube comment.
Yeah.
Or I don't know where I read it.
Yes.
And somebody said, that's the most toughness I've seen for the first time in 15 years. And Gavin McKenna did it. Yeah. And we didn't have any toughness at all.
Correct.
I thought about it like, well, I was like, well, we can also drop this guy for his grit along with his skill. Because someone actually cares. A Canadian kid that cares. No. But, this type of stuff, no one wants to see. I mean, if you're just going to go by the law, this is breaking the law. It technically is. But I know when you think about the reason, a lot of people were able to turn the blind eye even before these major charges
came out.
Yeah, before the facts came out and before the charges were dropped, all the major ones, a lot of people were still like, no. Like, we're drafting him on our team. This guy's tough and he stood up for his mother. I'm cool with that.
I mean, hey,
they're more cool with it now.
I mean, so Apparently, the charges are being dropped. So we're good.
We're good. We're good.
We're fine. Okay, so yes, the title of the podcast today is Mama's Boy McKenna. Okay, should we draft him? My thoughts on it, dude, if we get the first overall pick, I don't care if he's a mama's boy. The guy, if he's willing to do that to come to the honor of his mama, think about what he's willing to do on the ice for his teammates.
Look, yeah, I don't condone the action, but I like that he sticks up for his teammates, something that our locker room is kind of missing right now.
You think?
It's kind of missing it right now. Okay.
Who do we have right now in our lineup that you would think would do such would be capable of such things?
The only guy that's capable of such thing that hasn't really done it is what Vander Kane, right?
Oh yeah, I mean we thought that he would be.
We thought, and that's why we
Yes.
got one of the big reasons why we got him, right? But I don't think he's gonna be around much longer.
Well, okay. The thing about Evander, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he is not a superstar of any sort.
Yeah.
Okay, he's out there to stir shit up. He's out there to be a presence. But here we have a potential first overall pick that is showing the guts and glory that he is. I don't know, man. It's going to be hard to pass him up.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to pass him up. So for me, if the Canucks do end up getting the first overall pick this year or this coming draft,
yeah,
I don't. Good Canadian boy, obviously tough, obviously has talent.
got that grit. Yeah,
Apparently, he's got the grit. Hopefully, he would be able to show it on the ice. We got to go after this guy, kid, man. Okay? And if everything works out, God forbid, if everything works out for us, which I know I'm asking for a lot here,
Mhm.
okay? Knowing the Vancouver Canucks' luck, who the hell knows where we're going to end up? All right? But we're firmly in last place. We have very good chances, finally, that we're going to get the pick. Hopefully we can capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I mean, top three is I mean, at this rate is guaranteed, but we still want one of the two, and we get one of the two, then we're probably gonna have Kenner Stenberg. I am happy with that.
So having said that,
Yeah.
if we don't get him, Stenberg's the next in line.
Yes. 100%.
What about this Vierhoff kid?
That's third.
But Stenberg is Swedish, right?
Yes.
So there's that too. Do we need it to do? There's a contingent of fans out there who are being like, well, do we want another Swedish guy?
Yeah, because the Canucks drafting a lot of Swedes. Normally, those Swedes don't have a lot of toughness,
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone keeps saying we want that good Canadian skill and Canadian grit.
Yes.
McKenna's showing it in spades, guys.
Whew. So I don't know about you guys. Okay, so we did a poll on TikTok. Okay, TikTok guys. Okay, thank you for joining. All right, but we did a poll on TikTok, and here it is. So we know what happened. Is McKenna, if McKenna's available, should the Canucks draft him? 79 votes, 82% in favor of yes. All right, I think it's pretty unanimous. I think it's pretty clear where Canuck fans stand and what we want, who we want, what kind of player we want. Gavin, Mama's Boy McKenna.
This is good.
Yes.
This is good.
I'm going to be calling him that basically for the rest of his career. Okay.
You can call him that. I'm saying this is good. I'm not calling him that. I'm saying these stats are good.
Yes, these stats are good. Yes, okay. But dude, that is great. The story is funny. The story is hilarious. It is a great story. But yes, guys, tell us in the comments, okay, where would you guys want to, you guys still want McKenna, okay? And if you don't, please tell me a good reason why you don't. I'm not I'm not going to disparage you for your opinion, but you better have a very good reason for you not wanting to draft this kid. Okay. What else do we have today, Whit? Let's see. Anything else coming to about McKenna? No.
I think that should be it. I think we're going to go to all Canucks stuff.
Yes. So let's
unless you're going to do the Rick Tocchet thing.
Okay, yeah, let's bring up Rick. Okay. I don't know about you guys, what we've been hearing, all right? I guess, well, to be fair, Whit, when Tocchet left us, we were butthurt at the time. Were we not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes. I definitely was. I was like, well, if this guy who just won the Norris Trophy for us doesn't want to come back, oh, not Norris Trophy, sorry, Jack Adams Trophy for us, doesn't want to come back, well, it's certainly a stain on our reputation as a team. Okay. But with the news coming out lately, oh man, Rick Tocchet under fire from the fans of Philadelphia. Not impressed, apparently. And I don't know, what have you heard? So, fire Tocchet being chanted. Fire Tocchet. Holy cow.
It's absolutely crazy. Our guys, when Rick Tocchet was here, a lot of fans that didn't like him, like, oh man, I don't really like his defensive play. I don't really like how he benches players or whatever. Yep. And then you're kind of hearing some of the similar things over there for Philly too. Oh, I don't like you treating Mitchkov. Oh, man, we're on a losing streak. Oh. Yep.
Well, okay, so apparently, yes, he's mistreating. I don't know what he means by mistreating, but he's not treating the superstar Mitchkov very well.
Yeah.
And what do we know? What do we know about how apparently he ran Kuzmenko out of town?
Yeah. You don't like a player's play style, he's going to obviously go against it or show you in the way he deploys you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like it. They want the young guys to learn. Right?
Well,
learning the way of cut minutes, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, okay, so this is damning evidence right now that, hey, maybe we're not missing out on much. Okay. That he left.
The record was really good at the beginning. That's why it's right. But now that they've been on a bit of a losing streak here, they might start to think like, oh, maybe Canucks were right about thinking what they were thinking about Tocchet, right? I mean, when you lose, you have all this doubt, right? That's what's kind of happening.
Well, okay. The only thing I'll say to that is, well, he's the one who left, right?
Well, yes, but he left because he knew Quinn wasn't coming back.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's.
I mean, the locker room thing is also the other thing too. Probably,
yes.
It's like, oh man, I got no Ian Cole, I got no Zadorov back there. Like I can't control the locker room. There's not enough leaders.
Well, yeah, in our season-ending podcast of last season, we were kind of making fun of it. We were saying, Quinn told him that he wasn't coming back, and he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not either.
Yeah.
But I was surprised to hear this that Tocchet is getting the proverbial boot from the fans in Philadelphia, and I guess I don't know. I mean, yeah, I was sad when he left and abandoned us, basically. Yeah. But maybe we're not missing out on much. But there's all the talk about Adam Foote. Is he a better replacement? I don't know. And all this talk that he's probably not going to, Foote himself is not going to be here next year. Are you putting your money on where, do you think that Foote's going to be here next year?
I'd say no, but I mean, Rick Dhaliwal also went on today and he said that he thinks that they're not going to get rid of him next year just because that's how much money's on the books. If you're going to get rid of all three guys, Rutherford, Alvin, and the coach, that's a lot of money tied up. That's what he was saying. And maybe the owner doesn't want to pay for all that. So maybe he stays for that reason.
Wait. So that, because he's cheap,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But what does Rutherford and Alvin have to do with that? Sorry.
Oh, I think they might they were thinking if they're going to do a clean sweep, they're not going to do that. They might consider getting rid of one guy. It could be the coach, but I think doesn't Foot have 1 or 2 years left on his contract, and they have to also pay him for not coaching, and they've already done that for like the last
Green, I think.
Yeah. When Boudreaux's won, he still didn't finish his year there, right?
Yeah.
And then they had Whaley Desjardins before too, right? There's a whole bunch of coaches that they were paying not to coach. Right?
I would be okay at this point if Foot stays because he's the tank captain or the tank master.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we need to tank a little bit more for the next few years. If we bring in Malhotra next year, does that accelerate things in terms of getting us back into the playoffs? Maybe not. But I think we need a few more years of being in the bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a few years.
We think we needed at least one more year of being the bottom feeders. And, you know, when the prospects and the young guys are getting a bit more matured, we can bring in the coach like Malhotra. And, hey, I want to see a coaching staff of Manny Malhotra and the Sedins.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Canucks, make that happen, please.
I'm good with that, but I think it's two seasons from now.
It's probably a few years from now.
But I would want that because you would instill that culture and that stability in that room. Yeah, you would have good in there, but you'd also have to have good veteran players as well, not just behind the bench.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I know some of us in here, they're not going to be able to stand Foot for another year, okay? But, hey, we just got to suck it up for a little longer, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so, but yes, Rick Tocchet, unbelievably, yes, I know, that's why I said it. Russell, we see you in here, okay? All right? Your absolute disdain for Foot, okay? We get it.
Good.
We get it. But two more years, bud, okay? Just suck it up for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're sucking it up like we're sucking this stuff up, all right? Canucks top scorers at the Olympic break. Elias Pettersson, who I bravely and so not confidently, but positively, optimistically predicted a 90-point season for Elias Pettersson this year, okay? And Witt, you predicted a 70-point season. Looks like you're on the money at this point.
I don't like to be right about this, man. You're saying, I'm good with this. I don't know if I'm happy about this.
Hey, inside a little bit, you're like, yeah, I was right, but okay.
It's not like I got money for this.
Yeah, totally. but look at this, guys, okay? Everyone on TikTok, hey, if you guys are watching, go on to our YouTube channel and check out what we're talking about right now. I know you can't see it, but we're looking at the top scores of the Canucks, okay? Elias Pettersson, 34 points. Philip Hronek, next captain, Philip Hronek, okay? 32 points. It's not bad for a defenseman.
Yeah.
Right? But he's second on our team in points, where Quinn used to be. Jake DeBrusk, a paltry 28. Brock Besser, oh, man. Brock, 25 points. On pace for 50.
Yeah.
And you, just 2 years ago, 40 points, man. Evander Kane, 25 points. I guess he's kind of on pace and what we expected, I guess. Connor Garland, a little bit underachieving this year as well. Linus Karlsson, 24 points. A good surprise this year.
Yes. There's only two players on this list, guys, that I would say is acceptable for what they're supposed to do and what based off of salary, production, all that stuff. Philip Hronek at 32 points, pretty good. The other guy, that great surprise, Linus Karlsson, 24 points.
Yeah.
I am happy with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, like these are the two guys that I feel like have done well and it's good to be on this board. Okay, points at the Olympic break. It's everybody else that we're kind of like, well, yeah, they're there, but we also need them to do better. But
yeah, Petey.
There's also a whole bunch of wingers that also need to do better, but the center depth ain't great either.
Well, yeah. Well, Petey. Fine. Okay, I'm calling you a disappointment, obviously. Okay, because I thought you'd get 90 points this year. I thought you would reemerge. But at 34 points of the break, okay, it's not good enough, man. And you're just not showing that you have what it takes to be what you used to be. Okay, and we're talking about not only on the ice producing, but character. All right, that's my segue to this. Okay, now you guys have pretty much heard the news. I'm sure you have. Okay, Teddy Bluger, who's not on this list here, but he's been injured. That's fine. But Teddy Bluger throwing the team under the bus, basically calling out his team. Sure, you guys heard about this, okay? But we have
no question Bluger cares, but why isn't a guy like Pettersson saying it?
Before we hear Rick and Donnie, okay? Teddy Bluger, you've got to dig in, try to compete, and win every game. Well, we're fine with you not doing that. We want to lose. And we can't get deflated and just stop playing when things aren't going our way. I think we've got to find some character in our group. Now, didn't we say this exact thing a couple of podcasts ago with, okay?
Yeah.
That this team does not have culture and it does not have character. Okay? And here is a Vancouver Canuck calling it out like it is. I know we have some good guys that want to win. Some good guys that want to win. Not all guys that want to win.
Yeah.
And know how to win and compete and play hard. But I think we've got to find it as a team. Just find probably some more respect for each other. Holy Jesus. Find more respect for each other. That speaks volumes.
Yeah.
You know? Some appreciation to be in this league. Not take that for granted and not just go through the motions because we're last in the league. You know? Come in and compete. I don't know about you, Witt, but when I hear these words from Teddy Bluger, all I can think of is he's calling out Pettersson.
There's a lot of people he's calling out, and they're all the vets for sure.
Yes.
But I think he's calling a lot of people out, and Pettersson is one of those people, but there's other people calling him out in this video for sure.
Yeah.
But why isn't Pettersson saying this? He's one of the longest serving members. Does he care? Like, does he care enough like Bluger cares? Bluger cares. There's no question Bluger cares, but why isn't a guy like Pettersson saying it? Why, Don? You know, does he care? You know, can you win with guys like that? And clearly Bluger's telling you that there's not enough guys in that dressing room that care. There's not enough guys in that dressing room that want to go out and compete and win every night. This is damning stuff. You know, and this is not only does this regime have the Canucks in 32nd place, but they've got a team with no leadership. You know, Donnie,
look, the
not enough character. That's on the management.
The words that dig in the most are from Teddy Bluger, who's been on. He Stanley Cup in Vegas, played in Pittsburgh, Crosby, Malkin. His resume is pretty darn good. He's been around for a while. I think we've got to find some character in our group.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about you, Jordan, but if we're thinking about all these veterans and we had the option, and let's just say everyone's just doing half decently and we were able to trade them. I'm not saying which veterans to get rid of, but if there was a world to keep Garland, Bluger, and Sherwood, I would have kept them all. I would have kept them all for the character, the grit, the hustle. I would have kept them all for that, the culture. I would have kept them all for that. So that leaves these other guys, like DeBrusque, Besser's questionable, right? And then you got all these like other guys, right? I would keep a core group that I could trust. But You already got rid of Sherwood. Garland's on the block. That's 2 out of those character guys. Bluger's another one. So that's probably 3 of the guys that you would keep are all gone now. They're probably going to be gone.
Exactly. So where is the culture and the character going to be coming from? Pettersson? Clearly not. And what Don and Dolly are saying, hey, why isn't someone like Petey or Brock
or someone with a letter saying it? They're saying that.
Yes, right? Someone who's designated in the leadership role. Why are they not speaking up, saying these things? Sure, yes, it's great that Teddy Bluger is coming here and saying this, okay?
Yeah.
But it needs to be from the captains of this team.
Yeah.
Okay? Taking accountability, showing accountability, especially in front of the media. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So according to Thomas Drance, okay?
Oops. Doing this for 2 years now about culture here. Where, in your opinion, did this get off the track with the culture of the Vancouver Canucks?
The fall of 2020.
Okay.
Right? That was when they lost all of those UFAs.
Yep.
And I think
the bubble guys.
And I think the key there is, and look, there's been obviously compounding errors, but it wasn't just that they lost Tanev and Markstrom, right? And Markstrom had a ton of weight in that locker room, was a key go-between for Travis Green and some of the younger players on that roster. Tanev, Pettersson and Quinn called him dad. We know what he is all about as a human being and as a player. You lose Troy Stetcher, a guy who, wore this jersey with more pride than just about anyone. And compounding that, you sort of choose not to qualify him, but extend Jake Virtanen instead, right? You lose Tyler Toffoli, and we've seen with Tyler Toffoli around young players in Montreal, in San Jose, everywhere he's been one of the most popular teammates you could ever have, relentlessly positive regardless of the team's circumstances. And it's not just that they lost all those gentlemen, although they're all huge losses, I think, from a cultural perspective. It's also what was asked of these players to compete in the bubble in the first place, right? This was a time, remember, when you show up in the bubble, you're in the bubble, but you still have to be masked. It's basically just like a compound around the JW in Edmonton. You have to quarantine on your way in, right? Guys were.
Okay, I think we get the point.
Mm-hmm.
But Thomas Drance, okay, I guess I can say he hits the nail on the head. Do I fully agree that the culture was collapsed in 2020? Maybe not completely. Okay, yes, we lost guys like Tanev, we lost guys like Stetcher and Toffoli and whatnot, okay? Yeah, at the time we lost, and Markstrom to name another one, right? I can agree with him there. But what I'll also say is, hey, we went on that run two years ago in 2024.
Yeah,
and I think the culture was there with Quinn, with JT. Yes, Horvat was gone, but we had a good team at that point.
Yeah,
okay?
And I think they were saying that as soon as Zadorov and Ian Cole were taken out of the room, Rick Tocchet did not like that, and the rest of the locker room suffered because of it. And then that hasn't been replaced. And when you have that, you don't have enough vets, not enough leaders to keep the locker room intact, you're going to have more collapse.
So, yes, maybe it started in 2020 and it was a slow crumble. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like this team is just so devoid of any sort of character guys right now.
Yeah.
So yes, we see you guys in the comments saying there's hope for the future right now, and yes, Russell, you are defending Petey to the grave as you usually do. Okay, but to defend Petey like right now, yes, block shots, most of it defensively, blah blah blah. Yes, we love all that, right? But $11 million for that, Come on. I just can't get behind that. Like, yeah, you need that from a player, sure, but not from your top paid superstar who is supposed to be producing offensively for you and getting more than 35 points at the halfway point of the season. Okay.
Here's what I'll say. He's doing what he can for this team at this very moment. You can agree with it or you can disagree. That's fine. Where I will have my eyes most on is this very Olympics that we're going to be watching over the next 2 weeks. He's going to be playing with good players. There's a lot of injuries to center depth, right? And he's going to play with good players, possibly Nylander and possibly Forsberg. That is where he needs to shine. That is where he needs to show that he can be dynamic, do all the offensive stuff, but also set players up if he's a true playmaker first, and then maybe snipe a few goals. But now's your chance to look dangerous and find your game, do all of that. You're going to play with good players, okay? That's the way I see it, and that's the way I want him to succeed. I want him to do well, right? Craziest part that I actually heard on the radio, I forgot who said it, but it was definitely on 650. Some people think Pettersson will struggle with the pace to even play. That's not me saying it. That's not me saying it. Okay, I'm just more on the optimistic part. He gets to play with good players and hopefully he succeeds. But when somebody says he can't keep up with the pace, then I think about the skating and then I think about the speed burst. I think about Pettersson like one of those video games where, you know, if a superstar has like these specialty bars they can tap into all the time. I feel like he has a lower one. He has to use them at certain times to speed burst. He just can kind of use them here and there, right? But it's not all the time. But he used to do it like all the time. You know what I mean? It just feels like that. Hasn't skated at the 94th percentile for 3 years now.
Oh, what's he rated on NHL right now? He's in like the 80s.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know.
He's
So,
even NHL knows that he's not that good.
yeah.
Okay, 4 Nations. Where was he?
Well, I mean, he was sitting in the locker room with the ice pack on his knee. That's where he was
So,
at that
yes.
time. I don't know. I hope he doesn't have an ice pack this time. Honestly.
So, guys who are defending PD to the grave, aka Russell. Okay, this Olympics. And when you say that he needs to he needs to be playing with better players, this Olympics is going to say a lot.
Oh, I gotta go to this point by Justin right here.
Justin Credible. Even if he does well in Sweden, he won't have the heart to bring it back to Vancouver. He's not the guy. It's going to be 3 years now.
It's 3 years now.
3 years now that we've seen a shell of his former self. And isn't it? I'll say this all the time. Isn't it just coincidence that we saw the drop off once he got the bag? Okay. Got paid, got laid, decided not to show up anymore. You can't, I don't know how you can argue against that. But Olympics, all right? We will be watching PD like a hawk.
We want to see what he can do.
Let's see if he's with good players. Let's see what he's doing. Okay. Okay, what else we got here, Whit, before to continue? Oh, there was something about the the stats. Where is it? How come it's not here? Oh, it's not here anymore.
I don't know which one it is. What were we trying to talk about? Let's see.
Sorry, guys. One
It's
sec.
not this one. But,
Okay. You were saying something about on pace for 20 goals?
Oh. Okay, let's look at our goal scorers right now.
Okay. Elias Pettersson has 13 goals.
Okay.
Sort by goals. Kiefer Sherwood
Is
who's
traded.
not on the team anymore. Okay. Is no longer is the leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
Jake DeBrusk, second, tied with Pete. Oh, three-way tie for second. Drew O'Connor,
With 13.
13.
So they're thinking, I think it was said on the radio again today, 650, the Canucks could, for the first time, have 20 goal scorers by the end of the season. The way that they're playing, the way that they're losing, it is quite possible that they have none. I mean, it is also quite possible that one of them just catch fire and then can just eke their way to 20 goals, but that doesn't look too great now. And 20 goals is a low bar.
It is a low bar.
Yeah.
It's a very low bar.
Yeah.
Well, why are you hesitant to say that?
No, I'm hesitating to say it because it's actually so stupid that it's a low bar. That's why I'm hesitating to say it, because actually we can't even have one guy clear with confidence say that we can clear 20. I'm not even talking about Petey doing it. I'm just saying anybody doing it.
Yep.
I'm not talking about Petey, just anyone doing it.
Yes, Gerald. Even Doc has the same amount of goals as Petey. Okay. Yes, I was going to say Jake DeBrusk. He could go on Jake DeClutch mode for the rest of the year and break 20, but we haven't seen Jake DeClutch all year.
Yeah. Okay.
We have seen Jake DeBust and we've seen Jake DeBrusk, but we have not seen Jake DeClutch. Mm-hmm. I think maybe we saw a glimpse of him once earlier on in November when he usually comes along, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Look at, and I hate to keep bringing this up, okay? Plus, minus.
Isn't there a minus 30 somewhere?
Brock Besser, minus 30.
Brock Lesnar, minus 30.
Tyler Myers, minus 25. Evander Kane, minus 18. Elias Pettersson, Jake DeBrusk, minus 15.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of this. This is depressing, okay? But it's fine. We're losing. We're in last place. This is where we want to be. What else we got here? Before we move on. Was that it?
That could be it.
That's it. Okay.
I like it.
Yes. So, guys, thanks for joining us again today. Okay, we'll get to the comments, and if you guys want to, nothing is perfect. Okay, Russell, let's see. If PD led the Olympics in points, you still are you sure about that, Russ?
I love he's not talking to you.
That's fine. Of course, he's talking to me. Russell, if he leads the Olympics in points, fine. I'll give him his praise. But you know what I'll say also? And yes, I will still shit on him. Where is this for Vancouver? Okay, then you'll say, oh, he doesn't have good players to play with in Vancouver. Fine. Okay, fine. Russ, if he leads the Olympics in points, for the Olympics in points, or even if he leads Sweden in points, I will come on your show and tell you that I was wrong and you were right all about Pettersson. Okay?
No,
all right?
why don't we up
You heard it here first.
We should up the stakes.
Yes, what?
If Pettersson leads the Olympics in scoring,
you
will personally buy and send an Elias Pettersson jersey to Russell.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm pretty sure the chat would like to see that.
Okay, so what if he doesn't? What do I get?
Well, I don't know. I just think that would be funny.
Sure. Okay, but I want something. I got to have something to come back to me here, okay?
I like this. All
right.
I like this.
Sure.
I like this.
I'll do something for you, Russ, if it actually happens and if hell freezes over and Elias Pettersson leads the Olympics in points. Holy cow. It will only make me even more upset, okay, if that happened, honestly.
I think it would make you more upset that he does that and then comes back to the Canucks and doesn't do well.
Yes!
I think that would piss you off more.
What is this? Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for joining, guys, on TikTok and on YouTube. Okay, here we got some comments here. On TikTok, how was that playoff run a couple years ago? I know, right? It feels like forever ago, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I like sea lobs. Oh, there was one thing I was talking about. Speaking of sea lobs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nikita Tolopilo is clearly the future. I believe that Nikita is the future. Give him the net and let him lead the way. Show us all that Demko is a piece of poo. Okay? We don't need Demko. We have Tolopilo. Now, are we going to lose Tolopilo like we lost Seelovs?
Potentially.
It's sure looking like that's a possibility, isn't it?
I think it's almost like we're grooming goalies for other teams to take off our hands for the discount. We're a goalie. We used to be a goalie graveyard. Now we're like a goalie green yard for other teams.
Yes. So now we just can't win, can we?
I don't know.
Okay. Nikita Tolopilo deserves more time and to groom and to become the starter for this team. Kevin Lankton is not it. Thatcher Demko is not it.
But Tolopilo is it?
Tolopilo is looking like it's it. Like he's it. Okay? Even though, he's huge, I think he's got potential. He looks like he's stoned half the time, but it doesn't matter. Dan Cloutier looked like he was stoned.
How you look on the ice don't matter.
Correct. Okay, so that's my thought about Tolopilo. Every time I see him in the net, I'm happy. Okay? But all this talk, we're going to bring up Nuckhead again, all about this talk about Demko. Anyone who still believes in Demko, I don't know what to do with you, but okay, it just does not make sense to believe in Demko right anymore. I was watching our earlier podcast this year, okay, just a few episodes ago, and I was calling it Demko was playing well, okay, but I said it, and you can fact check me. He's just going to get hurt again at some point. And lo and behold, he's out for the year. Okay? So.
Jordan.
What?
I think we all know you're right. I think the point is we all hate that it's right.
Correct.
That is the absolute mic.
Correct. I hate that I'm right.
Yeah.
But I also love it too. Okay. All right. So, guys, thank you again for joining us. We're going to get to the comments, but if you guys hadn't seen it, okay, we've had some good guests in the last few weeks, and we're getting more guests, okay? But if you hadn't seen it, we had
you used the words finger and society in the same sentence.
What happened?
In the same sentence.
We had Rick on this past weekend. And yeah, if you guys haven't checked it, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out.
Finger and society in the same sentence.
You know what? I was just I should have said flip the bird. We've all been flipped the bird. I never get help from Donnie or Ryan when I screw up like that.
But if they're going to go back to this mushy middle bullshit, people are going to be upset.
It was the first time I had heard you or Don use the word bullshit on TV. Did you know Donnie was going to pull that, or
no,
were you prepared for that?
No. We do not rehearse. Hey, let's say bullshit just to get views. We don't do that. Yeah. That was from his heart. He's pro rebuild, and he wants to rebuild.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So, guys, if you haven't seen it, check out our interview with Dolly. It was great fun to have him, right?
Yeah.
And he's a fan of Uncensored now, and we're probably going to have him on again at some point. He said at the end of the season he's coming back on. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for your support again. Like we said, it's because of you guys, because of our viewers that we have. And I believe that we were able to get Dolly Wall on the show. So thank you guys so much for the support that you've given us and for the likes and the subscribes. And guys, on you on TikTok, thanks for watching and giving us the support. But we have a big debt of gratitude to you guys. So give us, if you haven't checked it out, check it out and give us a like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's get to the comments. No?
Let's get to the comments, but I also feel like we could do some open house. I think there's a lot of people who have some stuff to get off their chest.
Yes,
I'm telling you. There's a lot of people wanting to. I'm telling you.
Yes. And Russ, if you want to come in and defend Petey to the grave, that's fine. Who do we got here?
I'll be the special guest referee.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm not throwing hands with Russell, okay? Unless he throws it first. Adam, he's not even drafted, but now he has more heart than 95% of Canucks players. Talking about McKenna. Yes, he certainly does. Okay. He will certainly learn from the situation. Yes, he will.
Yes. Oh, man.
Rain, thanks for joining, buddy. We do realize this would require the king of word vomit, Patrick Alpine, and Grandpa Rutherford to have more than 3 brain cells. Also, do the Canucks fans trust these guys will turn this around? I certainly don't. Fine. They're finally doing the rebuild like we want them to, only because they've been forced into it, basically.
It's not willingly.
No, it's not.
No.
They're only doing it because they have to. And
that's why we call for losing, because we know that you can't do anything if you keep losing like this.
Yeah.
You can't bullshit anymore.
Yes.
You lose, you got to go down this path.
They have come to the point where they know they can't fool us. They can't put the smoke screen and mirrors in front of us anymore. So they're just basically doing it out of necessity. And with the combination of this management group and the ownership, we can only hope and pray that the losing continues.
For at least a few more years.
At least a few more years. Let's see what happens if we talk shit with Stenberg's mom. Swear. Yeah, let's see what happens. Will the Swede be able to break the jaw? Yes, exactly. Rain, they've done a lot of questionable things, but their drafting is okay.
Which is why we want them to draft. They find diamond in the rough, and they do draft well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they should stick to their bread and butter.
Yes.
That's their bread and butter.
Yes. Can't hate on their drafting. Okay, fine. I hope Coots is going to be good.
Yeah.
Rain, a lot of questionable decisions without any insider taking accountability or responsibility. That's what's led them to this position. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Gerald, thanks for joining, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. KG Green 80, thank you for joining us. I think you're new. I've never been on the McKenna train. Stenberg for me. Point a game player in the top SHL team at 18 years old. SHL, Swedish Hockey League, right? Mm-hmm. Already plays a man's game. McKenna to me is a perimeter guy, a PP Marchant. Soft. Okay, the only thing I'll say to this, if this is true, top tier SHL team, point a game player. Now, doesn't that sound familiar?
Who does it remind you of?
Who does that sound like?
You tell me.
Russell, who does that sound like? We had a guy who was lighting it up in the SHL, MVP, wasn't he?
The golden helmet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was that right?
And we got all excited. And yes, Elias Pettersson came in and was a gangbuster, okay? And he made us believe in the Canucks again for 3 or 4 years. Then he got paid and laid. And now where we are. Okay, so yes, Stenberg, sure, if we get him, but having some guy dominating the SHL doesn't excite me anymore just because of what's going on right now. Okay. Gerald, great seeing this every Friday. Yes, you know what? We decided we should go on Fridays because Clay's not on, Rev's not on.
Friday Night SmackDown.
The Rocks Show.
Yes. The People's Show.
The People's Show. You know what? We should rename the show The People's Show because this is The People's Show. Okay? Even if we don't agree with you, we're still letting you say what you want. Okay?
And no one cuts you off and says, it doesn't matter. So we respect everyone's opinion.
Correct.
Yeah.
Japan, thanks for joining, buddy. And I hope Dad's doing okay. Best wishes to him, okay? Michael Chow, Kuzmenko did it to himself. He's on the fourth team and the shadow of his rookie season form. That's correct. It's true. Yes. It's true. Can't argue with that. Seeing Bones tear it up in CBJ makes you miss him for him coaching for the Canucks. Oh, Rick Bowness.
Yes.
Yeah. Rick Bowness is apparently a gem of a human being.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, he was our coach once. Yeah. I'd love to have him back.
Yes.
2 years left at $1.5 million per foot.
Yes.
Well, 2 feet for $3 million. Okay, fine. I'll pay $3 million for us to tank. Sure. Right?
$3 million to tank.
Yes. C-Matt, thanks for joining again, man. The only reason that foot was hired, despite the reasons for public consumption, was to keep Quinn happy in Vancouver. Yes. Mm-hmm. No reason to keep him beyond the season now that his Quinn is gone. Otherwise, unless to tank, because he's the tank master.
Yes.
Rain agrees with C-Map. Okay. Yeah. Russell, yes. You can't take another year.
It's going to be tough, man.
It will be tough, yes, but as long as we're losing, we're good. We're fine. I really hope they get a top 2 or 3 top 3 picks the next 3 years. Yes, and we're only going to be doing that by losing.
Yes. Drafting them forwards, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
KG Green, replace J.R. Alvin and Foot with Henry McDaniel
and Manny.
Yes.
Culture changes.
Culture changes immediately.
We've been calling for this, right? So
it will happen. I think I'm ready to call it. I think it's going to happen.
I think it's going to happen. I think you got to wait one more year. I think the next year it's still too early.
Yeah.
Wait one more just when they're starting to be good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Fighting for the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah. Just give it one more year.
I cannot wait to see the Sedins behind the bench.
Yeah. I cannot wait. That's almost groomed for it right now.
Yes. And I think they're getting ready for it.
I like it.
Hopefully they don't end up like Gretzky.
Yeah. I mean, it happens, right? Just because you play the game great doesn't mean you coach great, right? So
tank for DuPont. Yes. Okay, so this DuPont kid, I don't know much about him. Is he a BC boy? No?
I don't know much.
Swear, tell us a little bit more about
Canadian?
DuPont, okay?
Yeah.
Stick sniffing that stink foot. Okay, I don't get it, but it's funny. Nothing is very okay, Russell. Think of my sanity. Jordan, I don't have the luxury of not watching the game. Yes.
Remember, it's not even just Canuck games you watch. Sometimes you have to watch back-to-back games.
You're right, Russell. I can't argue with this, okay?
Dude, I was watching the game myself.
Cannot argue with this.
Passed out, watching it. It was tough, man.
I have it in the background while I'm working now.
It's tough,
and
man.
it says, I look, they're losing. Yes, good. That's all I care about. What was this? Though those points, not goals.
Yes.
KJ Green, PD has missed games and plunk anyone in the NHL in PD's spot, and nobody is producing. This lineup is a mess. Can't really judge anyone properly right now, in my opinion. Fair enough. You know what? That is fair. Yes, and the argument is that he doesn't have good players around him. I still feel if you're a superstar and you're making pretty good monies and you're getting paid to produce, it's not really an excuse. Sure, like 35 points, you can do better than that. You're supposed to be a scorer. You're supposed to be a playmaker. You're supposed to make the players around you better.
Well, I mean, remember, because Quinn Hughes did it so well, even when he was down this year in his points, he still had a very respectable points rate with the Canucks, even though he had practically, not many forwards to pass to, to get the points, and he was still doing what he did, right?
Yes.
So, I think there's a certain, level of production that is required. Right?
Required and expected.
And expected, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that comes with it, right? You can say he's doing all the offensive stuff. You can say all that. But if you really lay it out, how can OEL have the same or not the same amount of same or more points than Pettersson right now, right? OEL's still on payroll, and he's got the same or more points than Pettersson. How could it be that, Quinn Hughes has more points than Pettersson since he left the Canucks? Just that alone, whereas Pettersson's got the whole season. Right, up and only has 34 points. Right, Quinn Hughes left the Canucks, has more than 34 points. That's just.
Let me make a comparison here.
It's crazy.
Let me make a comparison here. Connor Bedard. Last year, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Last year, I believe he was on a shit Chicago team, but still producing like he was supposed to be producing.
Yeah, and he was snake bit for half the year too, was he?
I think so. Well. I don't. Maybe that's not a good. Maybe that's not a good example.
No, but he still turned it up.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You need the player just because the players around him are not good. You can still be a dominating force for your team, and maybe you're not winning games, but you should be producing points. KG Green roster sucks. Deployment sucks. It all sucks. Yes, it is.
It does suck.
But yes, we are winning. Technically, we are. Okay, so I am more than happy with what's going on right now.
Losing is winning.
Losing is winning.
Losing is winning.
They lost the bet they took on Hedl too. Of course they did. Hedl, Demko,
Kane,
Evander. Here's a question. What bet did the Canucks actually hit on this season? Exactly. Tolopilo?
Yeah. Carlson,
yeah.
Sasan.
Sasan has kind of disappeared, hasn't he?
I know, but no matter how you spin it, he's got double digits in goals for that salary.
Yeah.
But you're naming like all the lower end players.
Yeah.
It's not high end players they hit on.
Those are surprises.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't bet on these guys. They were just like, hey, yeah, you guys could be serviceable. You did well in the AHL. Hopefully you'll take a next step. And they got a next step. But they weren't banking on them.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Chow, Swervin, games lost to injury.
A lot.
PD has some of the best defensive stats as a forward. I guess we know, KG Green, what side you're on. Defense takes more effort than offense. So to me, that tells me he's trying. Okay, yes. Okay, fine. He's trying. Yes.
Yeah, he's blocking shots with his face and his body. And he...
William is blocking shots with his face too. Okay, fine. Yes, he's trying. Okay. Okay, fine. When we go to school, okay? Okay, maybe in school now. Okay, but when we were going to school, did we get trying points?
No, let's get it done points.
Yes. Yeah, he's trying, but that doesn't do anything for us. That doesn't do anything on the scoreboard, does it? Come on, guys. To me, it's just his contract that's the problem. It would be okay if he was making $3 to $5 million. He does. Yes. Again, I'll say it again. Paid and laid. Doesn't need to try anymore. Easy to say when you've only played 14 games this year. Bluger, yes. Well, yeah, okay, fine. That's not on PD, though. That's on management. Michael Chow, you put Naslin's career stats next to PD. It's like a mirror. Yeah, Naslin did drop off. He was a big favorite of mine. He's back. He's over there that way.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, his last few seasons as a Canuck, they were not stellar.
He was playing with Josh Green, Ryan Shannon.
Yeah. Sometimes he was. Yes. Swervin, I can think of 6 guys he's calling out. Who he's talking about?
6 vets.
6 bets?
Vets.
Oh, vets. Okay. He's pissed they traded away Joshua. I missed the heart that Dak brought to this team. Yes. Hey,
you know who's taken over that line?
What?
It's Ogren. Ogren's taken over that line.
Yes.
Ogren, Bluger, Garland was a pretty killer line.
Ogren has been a nice surprise, hasn't he?
From the 0 points.
From 0 points to...
Just check.
Is he that far down? Oh, no, we're looking here. Hold on. Points. Ogren.
Right there, 9.
Where?
Is it 9?
Oh,
or 8?
9 points.
Yeah. 9 in 26.
9 points in 26 games. I mean, yeah, he's not gang busting, but at least he doesn't have 0 points anymore.
Yeah.
Gerald, at Russell, Bluger has been in the room and practices in the season past, and it's probably how he comes to what he says. Yes.
So he's seen enough.
Yeah, he's seen enough.
He's seen a lot.
He's seen enough.
Come on, you saw how Pittsburgh was too, and all the right?
Yeah,
even Vegas.
Yeah, that's what Donnie and Ellie were saying, right?
Hmm?
The Canucks culture starts with McKenna and Coots are in this lineup. I agree with this. Hopefully, please.
Okay. If I have one wish right now,
yes,
it's McKenna and Ruck brothers. Okay, that's just please just give us that.
I mean,
WHL Medicine Hat Tiger line. Like that's cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be so cool, guys.
Especially have the Sedins on the bench with the Ruck twins.
Can you imagine each Sedin telling each Ruck twin what to do on the bench?
Dude, we're just like
that would be so cool.
Right now.
And then my whole church telling McKenna, "Hey, I go do that." It's like crazy.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
Oh man, we are just dreaming right now. We are just trying to find positivity. I like Coots a lot. Yes. Well, for me, it remains to be seen. But I don't really know much. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I still can't believe everyone is still questioning EP levels, EP40's levels. It's literally insane. It's not. It's not. So, okay, we just said it. Bluger said this because he hasn't been around all year. He won't be for much longer. Okay, that's fair.
He probably will be traded anyway. Yeah.
I get you, Russell, but the fact that PD was brought on to lead and score, he developed the defensive side since he lost his confidence. Yes. Ooh. Yes, Gerald.
That's a pretty good point too.
Thank you. That's where it's going to start. No one on this team has good culture qualities.
And then you got to look up to management. As much as we say players are underperforming,
yes,
that's management has to, or ownership's got to take accountability here.
Yes,
for sure.
Celebrini and Will Smith are bringing the culture in San Jose. You think young guys are capable? I think young guys are capable. They have some good vets too. It's definitely effort and everyone required to get the team motivated. Absolutely.
Yeah.
San Jose is showing us how it's done right now.
And they added Sherwood for a reason.
Yes.
You can argue if it's a year early in their rebuild, but right, they need guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got a lot of comments. Should we go through all of them? What do you think?
I think we should skip some.
Yeah, let's go to see what's going on here.
You skip some, and this guy's going all the way down. Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit.
Yeah.
A tiny bit more. This is it. This one, or
if PD leads the Olympics at point, Jordan will fly. We are sorry, PD banner at Rogers Arena, but let's be real. I think the guy on France might get more points. A guy on France, Justin.
Yeah. Oh man. Holy shit.
Okay, fine. Yes, I will. If PD leads the Olympics, I will hold up. I am sorry, PD banner. Okay.
Can you read this one?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
The team doesn't deserve. I hope they trade him because this fan base doesn't. Okay, Russell, you gotta be trolling me now. Okay,
well,
you gotta be trolling now.
Yeah, I feel like this is like some, I don't know, Street Fighter battle because you read this, Russell. This team doesn't deserve PD. I hope they trade him because this fan base doesn't deserve him.
Oh my god!
And then you get the counter. PD doesn't deserve this passionate fan base either. Guy that went to the media.
Lines about the media is parents.
Oh
yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Dang. Oh my god. Facts right here. Just incredible.
You got battle and a battle.
Yes,
Holy
I love it.
snap.
I love it. I
Dang.
love it. I love it.
Woo.
This is great.
Woo.
Witt called Demko gets injured every 6 to 8 games.
And
yes.
with my analytics or my thoughts of building all that stuff, and he's getting hurt within the 6 to 8 game range.
And it's been correct.
And I don't want to be correct, but yes it is.
It is correct. You cannot argue with numbers. Okay.
6 to 8 games. That's insane, man.
And for people who are saying believe in him and give him a chance, well, that's like believing in winning the lottery. Winning the 649 Lotto Max.
Thank you for clarifying because we also had a chance for our lottery. I didn't want you to go there, man. No, Jordan. No. Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not talking about the drop.
Can't do that, Jordan. Can't do that.
All right, but no one can upslot. Yeah, chances of us getting first overall is like winning the fucking lottery. All right.
Oh, dang.
Rain, remember this management group gave Demko the extension after he admitted the injury, and no one else had ever before said, and it was an injury that he had to play through it. I'm not sure if this is pro Demko or anti Demko, but I think it's anti Demko.
I think that's just not trusting the management.
Yeah,
for sure.
Pretty much. Rain, yes, we definitely on board with you about this management group. Yeah. Justin, Peter should excel elsewhere and flourish where they don't care about hockey as much as we do. It's less pressure, and he won't have to live up to the standard we expect him to top paid players.
I mean, we did also send out a graphic putting out is he better elsewhere? I mean, one of the reasons is maybe he does flourish somewhere else and he can also get something back for us.
I can see hint because he can't handle the pressure. Can't handle us. Fine. Us giving him a hard time. Japan, Demko's injury-prone career is the only reason we're in this forced tank. I don't know about only reason, but it's a big reason. Right?
It's a big reason.
Yes, it's a huge reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rain shows exactly how stupid management is. Yes.
Yeah.
The contracts they've given out have not been good for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not good.
Yes.
I want to see Stevie jump on open house. Yes, we do too.
Jump on
Japan 4, please. Let's do a reclamation project on injury-prone players to be a winner. Yes. Oh, he says he will. Okay, good.
He will.
Justin, ownership is the fucking moron management are a bunch of yes puppets, and the supposed leader of our core is excuse giving shell collecting paychecks. What do you expect when the entire organization is this way? Justin, you are ruthless.
Ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression on the Canucks. Okay.
Damn.
Stenberg to Willander to Ogren to Pettersson. He shoots, he scores. Woo! Is that our future? Is that what we have to look forward to?
That'd be cool.
Pretty much.
Wait. He didn't.
Yep.
Wait. Go back to that for a second. He didn't say Elias Pettersson. We have 2 Petterssons, remember?
Oh, yes.
Didn't clarify.
Hey, you had to be clear. You had to put 3 Petterssons on there. Because right now we're saying Ogren to Marcus to EP25.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, that's 3 defenders on there. I don't know. Maybe they were killing a penalty and one guy came out of the box. That'd be funny.
Patrick Lee, thanks for joining, bud. 4-5-1. Future first line of McKenna, Bedard, Celebrini is going to be amazing.
Now that's amazing positivity.
BC connection.
These guys want to come here. We draft 1. These other 2 come here in 5 years.
The only hope that we have is that our hometown boys want to come home. Want to come home to this tire fire and put it out.
Oh, boy. Dang.
Getting Stenberg will just make EP40 feel more comfortable in a mentoring role. If he stays having a buddy, that scares me. At least with McKenna, it might not make EP40 feel complacent being a Canadian. Yes, but we saw what EP40 did with Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes was getting had enough of his shit, apparently, as well, before he left.
Wasn't invited to dinner again.
Yes. Excluded.
They were buddies from the beginning, right? And how could this happen?
They were very good buddies.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Boys, thanks all you guys for the comments. Okay, we love it. Thanks for participating.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Siegel, 3284. Thanks for joining, man. Have you heard the rumors Habs interested in EP40? I haven't heard that. I've heard a lot of teams, including LA.
Yeah, and Carolina.
Carolina. There was another one that was, but I hadn't heard about the Habs. That's a new one. Who are they? Who was prospectively going to be traded?
I heard about it, but like it wasn't really that much in the rumor mills. This might be a new one, but newer one.
Yeah, certainly. Tell us who it was supposed to be. Justin, can you imagine the camaraderie when opponents trash talk EP40 in front of McKenna? McKenna will treat his team as like his own family stick. Yes. Lots of broken jaws on the opposition bench, okay? If McKenna comes here.
Damn, man.
Yes. Those aren't hits. Those aren't hits there in our organization. I'll give you a blue Sports Day ribbon. Yes, I'm talking about participation ribbons.
Yes.
Just look at how Jack Ogren is. It's obviously he cares about being the best he can be.
I really like this guy, man.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the comments. Hey, should we do a little open house?
Let's do some.
Yeah. All right. Hey guys, we're gonna put the link into the comment section. If you guys want to come on, let's talk. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what you guys got. Russell, even you. I am okay. You need to come on. Okay. Can the Canucks buy out Demko? That's a great question, isn't it? I wouldn't mind. Who's gonna buy? Oh, yeah, never mind.
Buyout Demko will result in a 1.5 million dead cap hit until 2032. So 6 years of 1.5 on the cap if we buy him.
Where does it say that?
Swerving.
Oh, here.
There's a swerving calculator.
Yes, the swerving data machine.
Yes, love it.
JT Miller doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know what you mean. Oh, so Quinn threw a hissy fit and quit. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. Yes.
Swervin's in the house.
Swerve's in the house. Here we go.
Let's get Swervin and whoever else goes on. Swerve!
What's up, Swerve?
He's not in his hockey gear.
He's not on the ice. No drop in tonight.
Yeah, night off today.
Nice.
Night off.
Nice.
What's up?
What's going on, bud? How are you?
Not too much. I texted you guys a while ago about you guys remember the Allen Iverson situation?
Oh yes, I remember.
Very similar to McKenna's.
Go ahead, expand on it. What happened?
Well, yeah, not a lot of people talk about it anymore because, for one thing, it happened in 1993, so there wasn't any internet back then. But he was he was like the highest rated high school basketball player in the country, and I think he was also highly touted as a football player as well. But he was 17 at the time, and he was at a bowling alley, and they were getting kind of rowdy, and they were on one side with his group of friends who were all black. And then there was another group of friends on the other side who were all white. And there's two sets of stories. One said that he was the instigator and that he hit someone with a chair, including a girl. And witnesses say that they specifically saw him do it. Their side was that there was a racial slur said to him, and that before things got out of hand, his friend removed him, and then everything that happened with the chair and all that stuff and the big brawl happened when he was outside of the bowling alley. But it left a big like blemish on his reputation, obviously. And they definitely pressed charges, and they tried to delay the litigation until they were of age. So there's a lot of messy stuff, but obviously, it worked out in the end. He was able to get drafted number 1 and have his career flourish to a certain degree. So,
for the record, I do not condone stuff like that. Okay, right? And if you're gonna conduct yourself in that way, there's obviously there needs to be consequences. But the thing is, I never. Well, I'm not a basketball fan. I don't know about you, right? But I never heard anything like that. All I've ever heard about Allen Iverson is the practice thing, right? So,
he's very beloved.
I think, So I think if it's something he did, and you mentioned the racial slur, sure, fine, maybe he has a motivation to do something, but definitely. If he's going to be violent like that, that's going to take a hit on his reputation.
Yeah.
But obviously, what we see in the world we live in, sometimes it just doesn't matter. I mean, whether it's right or wrong.
And now getting back to the Mckenna topic, these things aren't all black and white. You have to look at all of the factors. Like the fact that he was at a bar and he was not even of age. And there is something to say about emotional regulation, right?
Yeah.
Keeping your cool. But at the same time, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want anybody judging me on what the fuck I did when I was 18.
Totally.
Right. So,
yeah.
And if we were talking about a guy who's projected to be pick 20 to 30, I think you might pass. But this guy's it's the best in the draft. If he's available when the Canucks are at the podium, you fucking go for it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
100%. I do not want us to be the team who passed on Gavin Mckenna. We already passed on Yager.
The situation.
You with him, you got to extensively interview the guy, see where it's at, see if this is an isolated incident, and hey, worst comes to worst, draft him and flip him for something else. You can monetize a player who's that good.
Yeah, totally.
You can.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do draft him, I would hope we keep him. He seems like a good talent, but there's always going to be noise, and especially the Canucks. Isn't it fitting that we get a guy that has the noise?
So I'm really believing these days that we're cursed. So we need this kid, right? Look at our young players. So we got Blander, Lekermaki, Coots. Let's just take those 3. Which one of those do you think is going to grow into a top 20 player in the league? Right?
Lekermaki, Coots, or Willander, right? Not really.
That's why we need this to win this lottery so bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
We need this, man. We need this very, very bad.
Definitely.
Anyways, that's all I got.
Cool, Swerve. Thanks for joining, bud.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. See you next time.
Sure.
We had
that
was Swerve. Always participating on all channels. always insightful, always has something to share.
Yes.
We appreciate you, Swerve. Oh, you got Tyler in the house.
What's up, boys?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm exhausted. I just got home from work.
Oh,
that's why my hair looks like
nice.
shit.
It's all good, dude. So,
Yeah.
what do you got on your mind today? So, are you on Team McKenna right now?
I'm still leaning towards Stenberg, but at the same time,
yeah.
I'll take either one at this point. Either one.
Okay, so what he did
Yes.
doesn't really stop you from wanting to draft him, right? If we do.
No. Hearing what happened with him, it has no effect on me.
Nope.
Honestly, I'm actually impressed that he broke a guy's jaw. Means that this guy's got some fight in him. Something this team freaking needs.
Exactly.
And Canadian got skill and
That
grit.
too.
Come on now.
Exactly.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So.
Well, there was all the talk that he was dropping in the draft line,
In the draft
right?
rankings.
In the draft rankings, but I think and I was kind of losing my interest in him because of it. But then now hearing this, I'm like, okay, well,
you got this, and he was ripping it up before the story too.
Yeah, totally.
Post World Juniors,
totally
ripping it up.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't think this is going to have any effect, especially now that they've thrown out the felony charge. It's it's not going to affect
Yeah, it's
him at
being
all.
dropped.
Yeah.
Right, it's being dropped, so obviously it's not as big of a deal as people are making it out to be.
No, and then the rest of the stuff that's on there, the simple assault charge or whatever you want to call it, nothing that community service won't be able to do. He's not going to have any jail time, right? Like that's what this means, right? So.
No, and plus he's 18 years old too, so it'd be like a slap on the wrist.
Absolutely.
Just don't do it
again. Yeah, pretty much.
Don't do it again. That's it.
Yeah.
You learn. You're a young guy. You got to learn, right?
So Ty, what else is new? What do you got on your show coming up? What can we expect from the line change?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of taking these next couple days just to take a bit of a break. I've been kind of going hard the last couple of weeks, so
we see that for sure.
Yeah, just taking a bit of a break, getting ready for some Olympic content. Gonna do some of that.
Okay. Good stuff. Good to know. So anyone, if you want to hear some Olympic content, Canucks content, Tyler's got you. Check him out if you haven't or done so already. But anything else that you want to any final thoughts there, Ty?
Well, what about what Bluger said the other night? Kind of like ripped into the team.
100%.
Sucks we're gonna have to lose this guy. Because if this guy's got that culture, I want to freaking keep him.
I certainly think if we can keep him, we should probably try to keep him. He's veteran presence, and obviously he's one who's willing to speak out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got to give him props for that, for speaking out.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, we were saying earlier, why is it him being the one that's speaking out? Why isn't it other people with a letter on their chest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Right.
Anyways, dude, thanks for joining, man. If you guys want to, everyone follow Line Change, give them a like and subscribe. Ty, thanks for joining, man. Hopefully, I know you had a long day, so get some rest.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, boys.
Buddy. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good one. Oh, look who we have in the house.
Yes.
There we go.
Hey,
all right,
Russell.
What's going on?
Boys?
What's going on? What's
Good,
up?
good. We're good. We're good. We're happy to have you.
Jordan, why do you hate Pedersen so much?
Because he's a disappointment, man. You can't deny it. I
deny it all the time. But I want to ask you something. When you watch Donnie and Dolly, and Donnie and Dolly go at it, right? Like they go at it together. They're a duo, similar to Canucks Uncensored. And Donnie is constantly trying to get Dollywall to say the name that he's keep on thinking, right? And I think it's funny because with you guys, I think it's the opposite. I think Witt's trying to get you to stop saying Pedersen. Because you'll read a quote about how Teddy Bluger says there's no culture in the room, and then George's like, EP40 fucking son of a bitch. And then Witt's like, well, there's other players too that are shitty on this team.
Russell, you know what I'm trying to do here.
Well, I don't know why you're trying to do it. You agree with me.
Bro,
you agree with me.
I agree the production's not there, but all this other stuff, I'm not fully agree.
Well, okay, fine. You don't agree with me when I say he's getting paid and laid. Okay, I know you don't agree with me on that, but it's clear as day that's what's happening.
Pedersen didn't give up on the team. Pedersen's still here. JT Miller's not here. Rick Tockett's not here. Quinn Hughes isn't here. All three of them quit on the team. There is no way to deny it. You look at the body of work from Quinn Hughes this year, he quit on this team. He was not playing. Do you see that he just set the record for most 3-assist games in the history of the Minnesota Wild in 25 games? Why wasn't he doing that here for us? And if he was doing that here for us, we would be in a playoff position. But guess what? He had the giant C on his chest. You know how many times he came out and called out the culture? 0. So when was he going to call out the culture?
That is a good point. Would we really be in a playoff position if he was playing like that way, though? Would we? Honestly?
No.
Yes. And I will tell you, Russ.
It's not because EP40. I'm not going to blame the fact that even with EP40
I'm not
and Quinn Hughes in
blaming
the
it
lineup.
completely on EP40. Okay, but I will give him maybe 40% blame. And I'll say, okay, I was a PD fan at one time, believe it or not. You know this. I have his
Have we all just completely forgotten that the Canucks have 309 man games lost this year and have an average WAR loss? Like the amount of players that they've lost, they have like I think it's like a 3.9 losses against their WAR. Like they are where they are as a result of a stupid amount of injuries, especially to Hedl, who was a total gamble and a terrible one. If you want to blame anything, you blame the motherfuckers who couldn't sign Pius Suter, right? Center depth was shit.
Here's my question. Here's my question to you, Russ. Okay, we understand there are. I'm not saying that we're completely blaming everything on EP40. I'm not saying that. But can you say I find that you have trouble putting any blame on him whatsoever.
I call out PD when he needs to be called out.
Okay. So
there was a period of time where I was like, oh my God, he's back to Bambi. Here we are again. He's falling all over the ice, right?
So perfect.
And when I see it, I'll call it out. I'll call out anyone on this team. Tyler Myers is my declared favorite player on the team. I'm sorely disappointed in him. Right? Like he went from being a very solid second line defenseman to being just back to full on chaos draft, right? Like absolute chaos draft, right?
Yeah. Yes. Listen, I am not blaming all of our. There is no way, shape, or form I am blaming all of our problems solely on Elias Pettersson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow. let's have that on record. Okay, but I will on record and say that he deserves to be blamed a good amount. Maybe not full amount, but a good amount.
So how much blame does DeBrusk deserve at a 1% shooting percentage?
He deserves a lot.
How about Brock Fester, who went 21 games without a goal?
Nowhere am I giving anyone a pass.
I think what I'm saying is I think that you think I will go to the grave with Pettersson and support him to the grave. But I would say the exact same thing about yourself is that no matter what Pettersson does at this point, there is nothing he can do to absolve himself to this fan base. There's nothing that Pettersson could ever do.
I predicted him to get 90 points this year, Russ, at the beginning of the season. So I had faith in him.
Trust me, I understand. I predicted him to get 100 points and 40 goals, right? Like
exactly, right? Yeah. So I understand what he's capable of. He's showed us what he's capable of in the past. And is he showing that?
PD is doing as well as he can do in the situation that he's in.
That's where we'll disagree, which is fine.
The moment we got any kind of health on the team and it actually allowed him to play the offensive role that he deserves to play, he began to flourish. And then suddenly Adam Foote's like, I'm so smart, I'm going to jumble the lines and I'm going to put PD back down to 15 minutes a night. And then his production went, whoa. So if you want to blame anyone for PD, you got to blame Adam Foote, his coach, who has saddled him with a third-line player at best, Vander Kane, and a 1% shooting percentage to Bruss. That is the main two line mates he had this year, and you want to blame PD for the lack of production.
Like I said, I am not giving anyone else a pass. I just believe.
Witt agrees with me. I can see it in his face.
Go ahead.
I think what Russell is trying to say, if I'm just, even though he hasn't actually said it,
okay,
is you just go straight to the top, and it's like your whipping boy all the time, 11.6. But there's a lot of things that could be said that you can be trashing DeBrusk for a long time. You can trash Besser for a long time. There's a lot of these guys you can trash Demko for a long time. There's a whole bunch of people you can trash management for a long time. But the longest time you spent of all the shows that we talk about, it's always Petey. Even though you say you believe in him with the 90 points and all that, that's what I get for him from his perspective, just sitting and listening.
Sure.
That's what I get. And there's more blame to go around for all the other players.
Fine. My reason for that is look at his contract. He deserves the amount of shit that I give him. It's okay, Russ. We can agree to disagree. It's fine.
And I will say, Teddy Bluger can say what he says because he's played 10 games, and he's not going to be here until after the trade deadline. So he can say what the hell he wants. He's throwing the whole team under the bus, and he can say whatever he wants because he's going to get traded anyway. So why would he care about what his teammates think about him?
Yeah. Well, but he's been injured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he still only played 10 games, so. Playing 10 games and losing, and he's already getting bitchy about his teammates. Maybe if he played the full 50 whatever games they're at now, then maybe he would feel the same way as his teammates that are just sick and tired of losing. They're maybe not so chipper and not so happy. Maybe they're sick and tired of literally every single game. Adam Foote sits down with a fucking grab bag, right? Here's my fucking grab bag. Okay, who's going to be on which line tonight? Oh, Lecker, Mackey, and Ogren looked really good. They scored a goal together. Let's fucking rip them up. Oh, Carlson looked really good on Pettersson's line. Let's take him away from that, right? Adam Foote is the worst coach this team has ever seen, and if I had him as my coach, I would have I would have been over it, right? But Pettersson shows up every night and blocks and skates and works his ass off, and he's been extra fancy lately, which hasn't been successful because he's playing with DeBrusk and Kane. So,
I might not watch every game, okay, Russ, like you do, for sure. How about that game that went to overtime against, who was it? Who was it? It was recently, went to overtime against somebody. But anyways, there was an overtime game. We lost in a shootout, I believe. Who was it?
Was it
Pete
Toronto?
was on the ice. Yeah, Toronto. Yes.
We lost in a shootout to Toronto.
We lost in shootout. We lost in overtime in Toronto. Shootout against Toronto. Petey was out there for majority of the overtime. What did he do?
What did
Can
anyone
you say
do?
he was? Can you honestly say that he was effective in overtime?
I'm pretty sure the person who got the most ice time in that overtime was Hronek and Teddy Bluger and David Kampf. Those were the guys with the most amount of ice time in that overtime.
Okay, fine. For sure. But when Petey was on the ice, he was ineffective and just couldn't seem to do anything. Even in the shootout.
In overtime, he got 3 shifts. He got 1 50-second shift, 1 21-second shift, and 1 50-second shift. So he was up there for 3 shifts.
$11 million.
Bro,
So
we gotta
out
you just
there.
gotta
He
bro,
needs
you gotta
put
leave it.
the puck
It doesn't matter what they're
in
getting
the net.
paid. Because at the end of the day,
Of course it does.
No.
Of course it matters what they're getting paid.
You want to get upset about something to do with the payroll? How about that we're paying OEL still $5 million a year? That's what you should be upset about. You shouldn't, because if we have that $5 million, we either have Pia Suter or we have Toffoli or we have all these other guys that we've lost, right? 11.6 is not the reason that we're losing. That contract is not hindering this team. It's hindering this team that Thatcher Demko is getting another hip replacement. It's hindering this team that they didn't sign Pia Suter. It's hindering this team that Aquilini straight up came out and said, You're not allowed to spend any money. And then they lost Tanev, Toffoli, and Markstrom in the same summer. And that's the result of Aquaman, not because of Petey. Those are the reasons. So 11.6 is not stopping this team from winning at all in any way, shape, or form. And in fact, when the cap goes up to $113 million in 2 years, his cap is going to look really, really nice for everyone else. And if we trade him away, and I am at a point now where I want him to be traded because I'm so fucking sick of the default setting of this fan base being it's all Pettersson's fault. I'm straight up every single, and I love you guys to death. I love RevTrev. I love Jordan. But this fan base is so, and everyone's like, Petey's toxic. Fuck that shit. This fan base is toxic to Petey. He lost a fucking child, and he was still in the game fighting his fucking ass off. And then we have fucking Harrison Price and PJ sitting like, why is he skating with his wife in New York when he's supposed to be injured? Because he just lost a fucking child and he's trying to cheer up his wife who has a dead baby inside of her. So maybe shut the fuck up about what he's doing. He didn't take that video. It was a random. So maybe we just lay off the guy who's out there blocking shots. He's got more block shots than anyone. He has more face-off wins. He leads the team in scoring. You want to trade the leading scorer on our team twice this year? We already traded Quinn Hughes. You want to trade the leading scorer again? So let's fucking trade Petey. He'll go off and score 100 points a season when he actually is a fucking winger who isn't a Vander Kane or Jake DeBrusk. And then we'll be like, oh shit, we did it again. We did it with Podkolzin. We did it with Toffoli. And everyone's going to be on their fucking podcast complaining about the fact that we lost this guy. And it's like, why do you leave? Because this market fucking is toxic towards Petey. It is what it is. The default setting is Petey sucks.
I love your passion. I love it. All I'm gonna say is it's not our fault. You cannot blame us. The fact that you're blaming us is
I'm not blaming you.
I'm blaming we're not the ones on the ice. And
hey, at least Petey's still on the ice because JT Miller and Quinn Hughes and Quinn Tockett are not here anymore.
He's getting paid again $11 million.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you got a Ferrari with bald tires. It doesn't matter. Petey's a fucking Ferrari with bald tires. You got a Vander Kane. His line mates literally have a combined shooting percentage of 3%.
Okay, Russell, I'm gonna chime in right now.
All right.
This is what I'm going to say about all this here. Okay. I hear both your points. All these points that you talked about, I've thought of. Maybe I don't say it out loud. I already thought of everything. I've done my fair share of shitting on Petey too. But there's also a reason, and not defending Petey, there's also a reason why I've actually laid off on the guy. Okay. And here's how I look at it. I've laid off on the guy based off of a lot of things that you just said. Okay. I've laid off the guy. But I also think about it this way. Look how many points we're out of a playoff spot. Okay? That's one. You give Petey 20 more points. I still don't think we're in a playoff spot. That it's a flawed construction. There's a lot of injury stuff. That's why I lay off of the guy and I stopped using the 11.6 myself. If I ever say 11.6, I will say yes. No matter how you spin it, he is not living up to that contract. But you have to look at the crust of the team, and that's where him and I differ, where Jordan and I differ. We both agree that he's not worth 11.6, but the core of the team's problems is not on Petey, so I don't spend that much time on Petey. But he is still part of the problem. Whether you think he's good for this team or not, that's also a different question. That's how I see it.
And like I said, I have not. Yes, I will shit on him. Okay, but again, I am not putting all the blame on him. All right, and when he had his miscarriage, we were all nothing but. I was nothing but. Was it
gracious?
You had all the compassion for him.
Yes, I was nothing but compassionate for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I might voice my displeasure with him a little bit, a lot. Okay.
I have an exercise. We were gonna do a bet, right? Instead of doing a bet, Jordan, this is what we're gonna do. Every single time you find yourself, the first words out of your mouth are fucking PD 11.6. I want you to write it down and note the date and the time. And every time I come out of my mouth and I'm like, PD is not the problem. I'm going to write down the date and time. Let's do this for the next.
Russ, so how many times have you actually heard me say that? Honestly.
And it's not just you, Jordan, and you're just the one who's on the screen. So you're the one. You're representing the fan base. The default setting for this fan base is 11.6. It's all PD's fault. That is the default setting for this, and that's the message I'm trying to get out there.
PD's fault.
But this is the thing.
I think the amount of time you spend on it makes it seem like it. I think.
Well, just like how the amount of time Russell spends defending him makes him look like he'll defend him to the grave. Same
there
thing.
you go. So that's what I'm saying. This is an exercise in self-awareness that both of us are going to partake in. And every time I find myself defending him to the grave, I'm going to note the date and time. And then you're going to do the same thing. And then we're going to get together in like a month and we're going to sit down and be like, okay, I am defending him to the grave, or maybe I was wrong, or whatever it was, but it's an exercise in self-awareness.
I am open to this.
Hey, Jordan.
Yes.
I don't know how to clip shit. You're clipping all this stuff.
This is definitely
for my life.
Russ,
you if I can clip all this shit.
Fucking Russell Uncensored here. This is gold. Love it. We gotta get together, man, and have a beer.
Love it,
okay?
man. I love this.
Yeah, one of these days, guys.
One of these days.
I'm special guest for 3, man. I love this fucking shit, man.
Yeah, and I will be covering all the Canadian men's Olympic games, so I'll be live during all of them. I think the first game is the 12th at 7:40 a.m. So that's going to be fun. And I think the gold medal game is at like 5:10 a.m. our time on a Sunday. Yeah. So get your coffee out, or maybe just don't go to bed. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah. Russ, okay, if I have your permission, I am clipping this conversation with you and I'm putting it out there, okay?
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
Sounds good, brother.
Amazing.
I love it.
Thanks, Russ.
Russell, thank you so much.
Have a good night, boys. Thanks for having me on.
You too, bud.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
All right.
Holy snap.
We've got some fire here. Woo. Amazing. This is what this channel is all about.
I love it. No, he literally said whatever he wanted to say. And that's
exactly.
Awesome. I love it.
Here we go.
Let's go. Get the fire on Friday night.
Gerald. All right. Yeah, you tough act to follow here. Yes, I know you have something to say, so let's hear it. I gotta get some water because I'm fucking thirsty after that one. Holy
Jordan, just make sure you don't go pee because your mic is still hot, man.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Gee, what's up, man? Holy shit.
I hope Russell's still on because, bro, okay. All the thing that he's defending for PD, okay.
Yes.
For God's sakes, I have 3 PD jerseys. 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I'm hating on him and I don't always use this 11.6. I admit I have. And I've actually, I'm kind of like Witt. I have backed off a little bit, but there are times where it's the whole remote control to the TV thing. Like the Leafs game you guys were talking about. Okay, he drew a penalty in, I think it was overtime or end of third. It was just Bambi again. Like it's just Bambiing all over every game.
All the time.
Yeah. And it's the power play. It's the power play that is being messed up by him. I mean, it's not necessarily just him alone. It has to do with the coaching. So whoever's the power play coach, it could be Foote. It could be, is it Dean? I think is Dean the. It's
either I think it's Young
or
yeah.
Okay, so Scott Young. Okay, how do you let a power play one of the games PP1 pass had 1 shot. You have PP2 come in within less than 30 seconds, 2-3 shots. Please explain that to me. If it's not a PD issue, what is it? It's going to be a coaching issue. So, okay, fine. You guys are hating on Foote, also a rookie coach, also doing the whole grab bag. Fine. I mean, that could be another blame right there.
Yeah.
But Russell, what you're saying about, busting on whatever media outlet that is out there, I'm not going to repeat those again. about, he was out there on the ice. He lost a kid. Yeah, I get that. I empathize that and definitely sympathize towards that. It happened in July. It's not like it happened in October. It's not like it happened in November. It's not like when they were on their New York trip. When was that? It was end of the tail end of like November. It was already 4 months. I'm pretty sure by the time it's fine. If you look at his wife's Instagram, you'll see she's been fine. So that cannot be used as an excuse where like, oh, look at this guy, he's on the ice and he's this, he had that happen. Yeah, I fully empathize and sympathize towards, losing a kid. And I know it sucks.
Yes.
But he still took the time to train during the summer and he was in the best shape of his life, apparently. 13 pounds, all of it on top.
We're being told.
Nothing on the bottom, right?
Yes.
So if he had time to do all of that, then don't use that as an excuse. You can't use that as an excuse for him saying that, oh, he lost a kid. Like, don't take me as a villain. Don't take me as an asshole. I'm not trying to sound like that, but he did go through the training. He did gain the pounds on himself. Maybe that was his motivation. Maybe he lost his kid and is like, fuck it. I'm gonna train harder because I lost this. So if that is the case, that he can train to be that point, what happened during the season? What happened with the whole, it might be translated wrong, revenge tour, that interview that he did in Sweden?
Where is all of that?
So I'm not defending I'm not defending Jordan because, Jordan and I always have different takes and whatnot. I'm not defending the people that are shitting on PD, but I'm just saying that you can't use those things as excuses to cover up paying a person 11.6. I know I'm using it again. Who was paid to score goals?
If it's what you feel, use it.
Yeah. And not to defend. The only reason why his defensive game has gone up is because he sucked shit during that year when he was injured and he had to do something on the ice, and that's what improved his defensive game. Ever since, I think, end of October, November, saw Russell's stats about him being, and then Witt kind of breaking that down and potentially him being like a Selke, finalist, I got off his back. I saw flashes here and there. We just need to see more of that. But the problem is, why is he always passing the fucking puck when he should be shooting it? And why is he always falling on his ass and trying to pretend, oh yeah, I got tripped? No, just play hockey as it's intended. Be a fucking man and just play hockey. Stop using all these little things here and there just to cover up, oh, I'm making 11.6. You're making 10 times of a minimum league, or 11 times of a minimum league salary person. Doc is making what? 1.52? I don't know what it is. He has the same amount of fucking goals as you do. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. So that is a bit of my time.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you two questions, Russ. I mean, not Russ, Gerald. Sorry. I'll ask you two questions. Okay. Number one, should a player of EP40's talents be able to get more points on the power play where you should be a difference maker? Yes or no?
Look at DeBrusk.
Okay.
I think that answers the question.
So the answer is that yes. Okay. Number two, despite the challenges at forward, okay, do we have enough talent on the power play for PE to be able to get a more respectable amount of points? Yes or no? Do you think there's enough talent there that the power play goes through him and he should be able to get some more assists and some more goals than he has shown so far? Should he be more points?
It depends on which part of the season you're talking about. If you're talking about right now, at this point of the season, right now, I'm leaning towards no. Like, you don't have the players for it. But if the deployment was right, potentially. Like, if you have players, like, here's the issue. It also has to do with coaching, because any of the young kids that are playing, they make a mistake and they're yanked. I mean, I think Russell was talking about it. Like, Lekaramaki and Ogren's playing well. Let's fucking pull him out of the game. Like, why? Because of a defensive lapse, and then you pull him out. Like, it makes no sense. You are not instilling confidence in these kids to play hockey. If you give them a chance to make mistakes and you tell them, hey, don't do this, or hey, maybe look at doing it this way, instead of dropping them down to the fourth line, sitting their ass for the whole third period and not letting them play in overtime. Like, what the fuck is going on? If you have Carlson, Lekaramaki, either one of those, or even Ogren, if you get him to play with Petey, maybe there's a possibility that those passes get through and you get a power play that's going. That is how I feel.
Well, you have two lines, by the way. I mean, maybe it's a little off topic, but you have two lines that you took out of a blender and they actually work. Freaking, like, you had the Carlson, DeBrusque, Pedersen line. You could have kept that the same. They dominated one, like, in a few games, right? Could have kept that the same. You could also keep the new Joshua Bluger, Garland line the same, but you have Ogren instead of Joshua. You have two of those lines right there. You keep the same. Your fourth line is your fourth line. You just have to mash up whatever the second line is. You have things that you can have work, but this coach likes to change winning formulas, likes to change things that are good. There's also things to blame there too, right?
Well, maybe he is.
I don't like it.
Maybe he is hired to be like tank commander
or something, right? Like, this is just not right. This is actually not right, man. Like,
it makes no sense to bench someone who just scored a tying goal.
I think you just nailed it, Gerald. There's a rhyme and a reason. Okay, so and let's back to Petey.
Yeah.
Okay, in that overtime, I expect my highest paid player to be dynamite and to be making a difference and not falling on his ass. And if you have a chance in the shootout, at least give me a good shot on the shootout. But we're not seeing any sort of killer instinct. We're not seeing any sort of we're not seeing the dynamic and killer player that we used to see. That's just the bottom line.
No, you've seen like little sparks here and there of it happening.
Yes.
I mean, even the last game, you've seen him trying to create for himself, but it's not consistent. That is
he used to be a highlight reel machine. We just don't have that anymore. Like, how many times can you say, okay, besides the San Jose goal, the Ovechkin goal, can you name any other like fantastic plays that he made this year?
We used to be able to name like 5, 10, 15 of them in one season, right? Yeah. I mean, that is also a fact.
That's where my beef comes. And and I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I cannot be alone in this. Japan 4, come in here and defend here.
Hey, we gotta.
Who?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have to. Okay, like Witt, I think he said earlier, it comes from the top down. Russ was really mad about Pia Suter. I'm mad about Pia Suter. Like, why the hell?
I'm mad about Pia Suter.
Like, why the hell would you take like a swing at Evander Kane when you know like he does you no good? Like, it's for playoffs. You're doing Oilers a favor by taking that 5.1 over. And what is it? Just to cover, just in case you don't get Besser? That was just before the draft. And they let go of, that fourth round pick that was Podkolzin, which I'm still kind of pissed off at. And it was because they were trying to go after Dvorak, and then he went to the Flyers, and then turned back and went with Besser, which at this point right now feels like it's also a bet that they shouldn't have taken. Because now they're stuck with Besser at the 7.25 for another 7 years or 6 years now. And then you go out and extend Garland, you extend Demko. Like, what the hell is going on? So it has to do with management in terms of the bets that they're taking. And, they thought because at the end of 22, 23, they made some great, bets and they all hit, that they can do it all over again and replicate it. No. They lost in 23-24, and now they lost again in 24-25. Like, it makes no fucking sense on the trades that they're doing. And also at the same time, they have to go and fix their problems, which is why they lost their first round pick last year to get Marcus Pettersson, to get rid of Heinen and also Desharnais. So you wasted a first round pick just to get Marcus Pettersson. Okay, fine. You know, he's having a down year, whatever, but he's usually quite solid. But just to fix your problem. So I honestly think it's the issue. Yeah, issues with the management and also with ownership. Because if it goes back to that year where we lost Tanev, we lost Markstrom, we lost Toffoli. If Aquaman didn't veto all of those and they were kept, the culture might be different. The trajectory definitely would be different. And we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this last team in the league right now.
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's management and also ownership, which is the problems.
100%.
So blaming on Petey, he's only a part of the puzzle that we need to blame. But Jordan, I got to be straight. You blame him a lot. That's why Russell has to call you out.
Sure. But, okay, fine. I do. But just make it clear here. He's the easiest one to blame. Okay? And I'm not, for the record, like I said, I am not here to say all our problems are because of Elias Pettersson. There's no way I'm saying that. Okay? But he is just the sore thumb that sticks out.
Just because he's a sore thumb, it doesn't mean you need to fucking pick at it. Like, just let it be.
I don't pick at him that much. Oh my God, he's the low-hanging fruit, and I'll take it. Okay.
So you're saying that you're trying to pick at a weak Elias Pettersson because you can't go against Aquaman and like management and all.
Because
that.
We've said
That's what they're trying to
hey,
say.
if you're saying that, Gerald, you have heard us talk at length about how much we have problems with the management and ownership. Yeah. Okay, it's not just Petey. So maybe my microphone is on a little bit more about Petey. Yeah. But if you guys watch our stuff, we shit on everything. Okay.
Oh, you do. I'm just busting on you. Right? That's all. You know that I'm busting on you.
All right, G. All right. So thanks for joining, man. Yeah. Hey, when's the channel coming
out? So right now, tentatively, it's gonna be March 5th. So the eve of trade deadline. Yeah. Okay. The eve of trade deadline, and hopefully, some trades trickle in by then, and we can talk a little bit about it. And then the trade deadline happens on the 6th. So
cool.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it, bud.
Wait a sec. Okay, is Russell in backstage? If he is, let's do this because he's like, let me in with Gerald.
We're not doing this.
Whoa.
Doing this.
Whoa. I mean, I know it's past midnight, but it's Friday Night SmackDown. Russell wants to wrestle 2 matches. He can wrestle 2 freaking matches.
We got Justin Credible.
I know, but Justin is next. It's okay. I don't know, man. This has rejuvenated my energy, but I got to give Justin a chance. Thanks, G. All right, man.
Okay, cool.
Have a good night, G. Yeah. The fire's coming, man.
Holy.
Somebody's going to wrestle 2 matches for the first time on Canucks Uncensored.
We've got matches here.
We got Justin Credible first before
Justin.
Hey guys, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Bring us some.
The fire keeps coming, man.
Sanity here.
Okay? What a night! Honest take. Love the passion. Russ, I love the passion, and I heard every single word you said, and I can definitely resonate with both Gerald, Russell. I understand the taste of losing a kid is never easy. I empathize deeply as a human. At the end of the day, whether they're getting paid $800,000, whether they're getting paid 11.6, they are people at the end of the day. And I do empathize with the Petterssons on that personal standpoint. Gerald, coming up. Gerald, not saying that we're bad people and saying that, you shouldn't grieve. You shouldn't, have to endure the loss or the tragedy. It's very tragic. But at the same time, Gerald spitting bars too. Gerald spitting facts saying, this is not just a 1-year thing where this incident happened, tragically incident happened. It's been
It's
a 3-year period. It's been a 3-year period. And so I'm coming on tonight just to talk about heart, character, and passion. I love the passion of this fan base, but Russell, I'm going to have to fire back at you and call you out. As much as you say this fan base is toxic and, you want PD to be traded now, because I'm sorry, but, I love your passion as a fan. I love this community. I love all your channels. I've watched you guys. I've watched, Tyler, Russell, Clay, everyone. And I love how passionate the Canucks community is together. But Russell, blaming the fans is not the way to go. Calling us, you cannot be taking it out on us. Blame it on ownership, blame it on management. If you want to defend PD to the grave, defend PD to the grave. I have nothing against you supporting PD as the player. But when have we ever accepted trying as the baseline? Yeah, PD blocks out. PD is out there trying to, play good defense. Right, that's great. Great. It's part of his fucking job. He's a hockey player. It's part of his fucking job, right? So we as a fan base pay a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources into this team because we're passionate, right? So
sweat and tears over this
exactly.
team.
We cannot just simply sit by and accept trying as a baseline.
Correct.
We should hold everyone in this organization, this fire of an organization, to a higher standard. Not just PD, ownership, I'm calling out too. My takes on ownership. My takes on management. I understand coaching decisions, DeBrusque, 1% shooting percentage, bad line mates, great. Well, there's a lot of areas to be put on blame. But again, this is where it leads into heart. The game, too often this season have I seen Pettersson, even if he's not putting up points, not even putting up points, show some heart, show some passion for the young guys. You guys have young guys trying to bust their ass off to stay in the lineup any given night, looking up to you as a core player. And what do? You fall on your ass like multiple times a game. You whiff on a shootout attempt. You whiff on a shootout attempt, and what's his reaction? He just sulks and skates back to the bench, or he whiffs up, misses the net on a power play. The puck comes out, and what does he do? No reaction, no fire, just skates off the ice and changes. It's those little moments in between the games that the young kids are looking up to you guys, right? And so you guys, if you guys are making $800,000 as a rookie, in the locker room, and you're busting your ass off trying to make an impression just to stay in the lineup from game to game, and you see this $11.6 million player, and I know the contract's going to look great in a few years when the cap goes up, it's fine. But it's the heart, it's the little details that Pettersson is not showing. I'm not saying he has to put up 2-3 points a night, but at least show a little bit of passion. If you're generating plays, don't look so defeated all the time. You're setting an example for the young kids, not just for this season, which is already a lost season, but for future cultures. And I think that's where Teddy Blueger stepped in, saying that, there's not a lot of respect in this room. There's not a lot of appreciation for being in this league. You guys are playing in the NHL, the goddamn NHL, and it's a results-oriented business, right? And at the end of the day, we don't give participation trophies out in the NHL. The 31 teams that don't win the cup every year, they don't freaking we didn't win the cup. We tried though, So why should we hold the Canucks to the same standard as fans? So that's my take, and I'm just gonna say, Pettersson, I want him to succeed, but I honestly think he's not that guy to handle the pressure here. It's not to say he's a bad player. I think he can honestly do with a good change of scenery and excel and flourish elsewhere. If he goes off and gets better coaching, better line mates, great. Put up 100-point seasons again, great. But at the end of the day, it doesn't deny the fact that he's never going to do that here again. So
it certainly doesn't seem like it, does it, Justin?
No, it doesn't.
Right? So, like you just said, and I'm going to echo what you just said, I don't want to shit on him. I don't want to. Okay, no one else wants him. I want to see him be the player he was.
I'm just going to say this. I know, and it's fair. And Justin, thank you for everything that you said. the one thing that really sticks to my mind when we talk about this is watching Canucks hockey. I don't know when was the last time I celebrated a player doing a back check. I really haven't thought of the last time I celebrated a player doing a back check and then wondering if they're going to come into the season in shape. We're wondering if they're going to show heart.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, of course he's doing better defensively and blocking shots, doing all that. No one's denying any of that stuff. But the fact that the bar has dropped to that level is a problem. Like the bar, it's like, oh my gosh, guys, you see? And then Pettersson has one good game, and then Twitter's all like defending. I'm like, man, like, when does the bar ever drop this low? This is absolutely insane. Whether I defend PD or not, like, I that's just crazy to me. Even if it was somebody else, I'd be like, come on now, man. Come on.
And so then why are you on Russell's side?
No, I'm not on his side.
I'm not alleviating the blame on the press. You know, the press needs to be better. Vessel needs to be better.
Saying the time that we spend on it, I don't think we need to spend that much time on it because the core problem is on the rest of the team. That's why I'm not defending. I'm just saying the core problem is everywhere else. So don't waste my time and energy on this. Even though I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just because I'm not saying everything like you guys are saying, it doesn't mean that I don't see the same things that you guys see. I just spend more time on elsewhere because elsewhere's hurting the team more. Yeah. I just fucking enjoy all this shit, though.
I love the passion. And like I said before, you know, Pettersson's just a small piece of the puzzle.
Just like,
but
100%.
He's the easiest piece of the puzzle to pick at because he's at the very top of the roster. Yeah. Management and ownership doesn't show any accountability. They never make any press conferences. They never write any. They never write any letters addressing to the state of the franchise, right? To the fans. So what's next? All we can focus on is the people on the ice.
For that fact, to blame the fans when the management treats us the way they do.
Exactly.
We have every goddamn right to be the way we are.
Exactly. And I said, I love you, Russell. You know, I love your takes. I understand you're coming at it from a human side, and you do understand that the media plays a part in, you know, saying why was Pettersson ice skating with his wife? Like, the guy's a human. He deserves a social life too. Okay, whether it's
100%
or whatever. I'm not saying he can't have a social life or he can't grieve over tragedy or he can't. You know, as a human, I empathize with him. But at the end of the day, like, you know, to blame it on us, to fire back on us, Russ, like, we aren't the problem. Like, the fan base, we have just as much passion for you as you do for Pettersson, right? We just want, at the end of the day, no matter whether team rebuild, team retool, whatever you are on, we all have this passion because we love this team and we all want to see this team reach the same goddamn destination, and that's to win a fucking Stanley Cup. Right.
Yes.
So whether we have a different take on how the team gets there, the destination is the same. You know, at the end, we all want the destination to be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But ownership's not going to do anything. Management's not going to do anything. They're not going to step out into the light and answer the tough questions. They're cowards. They're morons. You know, it's clear that this organization is being run. Management are yes puppets.
Hiding, man.
You know? Yeah, they're puppets. They're puppets being controlled by Aquilini. And Aquilini's the brain of the whole organization. But when the brain is fucked up, everything else is going to be fucked up on the ice. So, of course, you're going to expect the roster to be poorly constructed because it's being constructed by management. That's only going to say yes to the owners, right? So you have to blame ownership. You have to blame management. But if they're not going to have any accountability, what do we as fans have to focus on? The ice, the hockey, the players that actually make up the team. And who's the easiest target? The guy making the most on the team. And that's why a lot of people fixate on Pettersson. I'm sure if it was Besser making, you know, a lot of money too, I'm not saying he's not to blame either. You know, DeBrus needs to be better, Besser needs to be better. But at the end of the day, when you're not putting up points in the top six, when you're being paid to do so, you know, show some heart. Stick up for your teammates after a scrum. You know, if you get a shot that's saved by the opposition goalie, don't just freaking look deflated and skate off onto a line change. You have future Canucks making $800,000 coming up in the AHL, trying to stick in the lineup, and they're looking up to you as leaders. And that's why I really resonated with Teddy Bluger, saying this room has no fucking character, this room has no leadership, and there's no appreciation of how hard it is to be in the NHL. You can't take it for granted.
Correct.
So,
and I hate to say it, but it starts from the top, from your top players.
I mean, it's fucking embarrassing that we need a bottom six guy without a letter on his jersey to say that.
Yes.
Where's the accountability on the leadership? Where's the accountability on the core, from Kessler, from DeBrus, from Pedersen, to say that? Pedersen's not a first-year rookie. Pedersen's not a first-year rookie. He's not a first-year rookie, and we can give him the free get-out-jail card. He's a veteran in the league now. It's 7-8 years. He needs to mature.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Justin,
I normally don't cuss on much. But this Canucks team, I normally don't cuss as much, but this Canucks team has got me so fired up.
This is the place to do it, guys.
This is the place.
Okay?
Love
this is the place to do it. But hey, I think, do we? I don't know. I think we've gone long enough. Okay. But we will have another.
I think we got to get Russell on for a bit, man. I think the people are dying for him, man.
Love you, Russell.
You're making the call.
I'm gonna make the call.
You're making the call. You go for it. Thanks, Justin. Thanks for
All
coming.
right, thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Love
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, I'm making the call. Great takes, Justin.
Okay, yes. Yeah, we should get Russ to come in and respond.
I'm making this decision that you are going to take us to the end here.
Let's do it.
Hey,
okay,
here we
Russ.
go.
All right.
Me, I'm back. Okay, so Justin,
all right.
Let's go.
I just want to clip that and just hear Justin swear all over and over and over again. Canucks Uncensored is bringing out all the cuss words tonight.
Yes.
But I do want to clarify, I am not blaming the fan base for the performance of this team. And that is something that is done on a very regular basis by people who know nothing about hockey. Because I'm not blaming the fan base for the performance of the team or the players. I'm stating that why would any player who's currently playing for this team that gets treated the same way that Pedersen does, why would he ever want to play for this team? Right? Is that fair? Right? If you're on social media and you see the shit that gets said about you, why would you ever want to play for this family?
I have a response. Okay. Do you have a response to that?
You go. I'm good.
He's a professional, Russ. That's what professionals need to do, especially when they're making this kind of money.
Right, but
Like,
we got
the
to
scrutiny
get
that
the
comes with
context.
it, right?
Okay,
We
so
got
is
double
he
standards here, right? Because I keep on coming back to it. I'm
Is he
just
on
trying
Twitter?
This isn't
He
even my
doesn't
main
need to
point.
be on Twitter.
This
He
is not
doesn't
even
need
my
to be looking at
reason
the
for coming
tabloids.
back.
Right?
So-
He doesn't need to be looking at the media. He can shut it all out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm
And
saying that
what we say is should not be affecting him on the ice whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't owe us anything. He does not owe us anything. But the only thing I wanted to respond to for Justin was that I'm not saying that our opinions, us sitting here on YouTube chatting about this, going on Twitter, going on social media, I'm not blaming us as a fan base for the performance of the team or the player. That is my main point. And we can disagree on the fact about whether or not our opinions are enough reason for him to say, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Right. And that's that. Yeah. I just want to very much clarify that I'm not saying that we affect them. And if we do affect them, then they should not be professional hockey players because they don't deserve it. And let's be clear about that.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So is Gerald still in the back? Is he in there?
Yeah, he's there. Okay, fine. Here we go. Should we bring him in?
Is that what you want, Russell?
This is what I want.
Okay, here we go. Here at Canucks Uncensored, we give the people what they want. All right.
We give the people what they want.
Okay, Ross, let's go. Let's go, bro.
I hate to change the mood.
Let's try not to talk over each other. Let's give each other the time.
Right.
Let's fucking
go.
Okay, wait. First things first. First things first. Russ, I respect the hell of you. And everything that we've talked about on this stream so far, it's a friendly sort of, we'll call it a debate. But
fuck this shit.
It's only because I have respect for you to do this.
Put the gloves on. Tables, ladders, and chairs right now. Go.
No. I think I wanted to say something because it's very important to me. And Gerald, the take that you have on Pettersson about him having lost his baby when he lost it, and that shouldn't be affecting him. That is the worst take I've ever heard you say. Right. And I'm saying this, you man to man, from human to human. That's the worst take that I've ever heard you say. I have a very close friend who lost a baby 20 years ago, and it still affects her to this day. It is incredibly insensitive to assume that you know how when a person can get over the loss of a child. That is wildly insensitive to say. And I know you, and I know you have a huge heart, and I know that you care about humans and you want to take care of people. So I'm telling you, from person to person, that is the worst take I've ever heard you say. Right. And I'm not saying that of malice or anger. I'm just letting you know that I have multiple people in my life, including my co-host, Dustin, who him and his wife just lost a baby as well. And he is not over it. It doesn't matter how long ago it is. Everybody grieves differently. And like I said, I know people who are still dealing with the loss of a child 20 years later. It still affects them, right? So I just wanted to be clear about that. And I've heard you make that take a couple times. And from somebody who has been around those kinds of situations, I want to save you from saying that in the presence of somebody who has dealt with that, because until you have dealt with that, or like, it still affects me. I had a relationship with a girl for a long time, years ago, and her sister lost a baby. And to this day, I still see them comment about it on Facebook, and I still comment back because I care about them and I know it still hurts them, and it still tears my heart apart that they lost their child. So I wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate that. And I definitely, what I said was not out of spite. It wasn't to, make people feel bad or anything. Because obviously, Russell, what kind of person I am.
Exactly.
After all these months, these years. I'm not trying to use that as, like, I'm not trying to, this isn't even my channel. It's not like clickbait or anything, right? But the way I feel about it is it's more of something that's consistently happened through the years, ever since the injury. And let's take away the whole the baby issue, because I don't want that to affect what we're talking about.
Right.
But strictly just on how he's performed since, that miraculous year, the 101, 102 point season, something around that thing.
Before the contract was signed.
Yes. He's a different player. And the reason, you're using that as an offense for him. I'm not
even saying that's affecting his play. He still shows up and works his ass off, right? He has never, ever used that as an excuse, and he never would, and he never will. The only time I've ever heard PD say anything, an excuse about a performance, was at his year-end conference. He said, I've been hurt, right? My knee is messed up. That's why I haven't been playing well. That's the one time, right? That's the only time I've ever heard Pettersson use an excuse. Any other time Pettersson's in front of a camera, he says, I need to be better. I have to find ways to shoot the puck more. I need to do this. I need to do that. He never uses excuses.
Yes, that's true. But I think the fan base itself, and also because of media and how he's perceived, like the whole skating on at what is it, Times Square or New York, whatever it is. Yeah, it's it's something they shouldn't have really brought into it. And I feel like whatever he does on his off time is his business. But at the same time, it was during a road trip, and people are going to bring that up because if you're not playing in the game, you're on the road trip, but you're out there skating, then it makes people wonder, right? And that's that's how media has been pumping out stories to the fan base who don't know shit about what's actually going on. Because there's a lot of, let's put it this way, even with Adam Foote's interviews, it's always like, oh, I hope not. I like, you know, on the Heedle thing, it's like, oh, I heard it's this. And then someone asks, oh, is it a migraine? Oh, I sure hope not. It's these things that make us really frustrated. And it adds to the fuel that media feeds to the fan base. And when we sort of digest that, we'll go ahead and make our sort of, you know, assumptions or how we see things, right? Or that forms our opinion. So in no way am I saying that, you know, them losing their child is like it's not something that can be used. I'm just saying that even when I was on by myself earlier, I said maybe that is what motivated him to get into shape for the season, get his head focused, get his head in a different headspace to do something else as opposed to focus on, you know, what happened in the summer.
Well, but Gerald, your timeline, your timeline's totally fucked up too. You don't even have your timeline ready. The baby was due to be born in July. The baby was due to be born in July. He lost it during this season. It happened in the middle of this season. This didn't happen last summer. The baby was due to be born this July, like in a couple months, meaning they lost the baby during this regular season. That is the timeline.
No, because when I looked at the post, I thought it was they lost it in July.
No,
they weren't expecting in July.
The baby was supposed to be born in July. He lost it mid-season. And that's where your timeline's messed up too. And he didn't take any time off for it. And the thing is, the amount of crap that Brock Besser got for taking off time
he
for
was
a
out
dog.
of the lineup. He was out of the lineup for a little bit.
Right.
But
So
he was
I think
injured.
it was
It was an injury.
Well,
it wasn't
I remember when it was happening. Yes, he was told he was injured, but I couldn't help but feel like, okay, he's probably recovering from what happened a little bit.
Yeah. And I mean,
Maybe
even
they're
if
not
he
gonna
was,
tell us
all the
that.
power to him, right?
Well,
Maybe
exactly.
the team was even trying to protect him, right?
I'm not judging him for that. I'm not judging him for that. Yes, if you need to take some personal time because of something like that happened, okay, fine. But I would have liked. No, I can't say that. No, I'm not going to say that. But I will say yes. There was a point in time where I was like, okay, well, he's probably taken some time off because of what happened.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, right? Like, but I mean, the fact is that he was injured, and he even came out in the media and said, "There's an injury I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of the season," right? So, but I mean, that's the timeline I want to correct for Gerald too, because this is something that happened to him this season in the middle of this campaign while they were already getting the shit kicked out of him.
Because sorry, maybe I got the timelines wrong, because when I read it, I was thinking that it happened in July, and then that's why they're posting it then, because it's been a few months since it actually happened. That's like the actual incident happened in July.
Without revealing any further details, I can tell you that his wife has been dealing with this season, and I know that from a first-hand source. And I can't tell you who it is, but I can tell you that this is something that happened in the middle of this season.
Okay.
And that's why I'm like, if this guy has enough balls to come out and throw himself headfirst in front of a puck when he's already dealing with the loss of a child, then put the fucking C on his chest. And that Jordan, I saw that face.
I don't know if we're there yet, but
right. But think about that, right? Think about that. Imagine that. Imagine that pain. And even like I said, it's even for some people, like I said, stays with them for 2 decades, right? Like my aunt lost twins when, in the 1980s, and it still affects the family, right? You lose a child, it doesn't matter. You should never have to bury your child, right?
No.
And the fact that
we're
he
not
has
disagreeing.
literally
We're
never
not
made it as an
disagreeing on
excuse, right? So that's the main thing I wanted to clear up with Gerald. But I do see a lot of what you say, Gerald, and I know that you have a big heart and empathy, and I wanted to make sure that we got this out, because I don't want anything to be said improperly about the whole situation, because it is a very tender subject.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely apologize for what I said, because when my understanding when I saw the post was it happened in July, and it wasn't something that was mid-season. So what I said just now was definitely insensitive, and I'll admit to that, because of my misunderstanding towards the timeline of the whole situation. But even with that said, you're right. Like, it's just something that people deal with that you won't know until you deal with it yourself. So with that said, I can't really, I mean, I would choose to retract what I said earlier, but obviously this is a live thing. And, if this somehow offended people, I apologize for it, because of my misunderstanding and a bit of my stupidity.
No, but if we don't make mistakes, we can't learn from them.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Russ.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. And that's why I started the whole thing, because I know you and we've gotten to know each other, and I've gotten to know these other beautiful bastards that are here too. And so I know the big hearts that you guys have, right? So, and that's why I knew you weren't doing anything out of meanness or spite or anything like that. It was just, it is what it is, right? But I wanted to clear that up for you guys.
Thank you, Russ.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry it took a turn.
Thank you guys for hashing this out here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we still have people in the chat here wanting to talk about stuff, but hey, okay, I'm giving you guys the floor. If you guys have any final thoughts before we sign off here, let's make that happen now.
I appreciate you guys bringing me back on, and I appreciate you, Gerald.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you too, Russ. I mean, we're here on a Friday night just talking Canucks, and it's because of our passion for the team. So it has nothing to do with personal opinions or anything. Like, we're like, whoever's watching this, like Russ, like my relationship with Russ, Jordan, Witt, it's still the same. We might have different opinions here and there, but we definitely have respect for one another. And when someone calls you out, I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna admit to it. But it's mainly we're here for the Canucks, for our city. And
if anything, boys, is healthy discussion and discourse without being disrespectful to each other. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
that's what's beautiful.
Yes, and I think a lot of people in today's culture, anyways, could take a lot away from that. Okay, we might not agree, but we can still disagree and agree, and we can agree to disagree in a respectful and a not negative and disrespectful fashion.
Look,
I just wish I could get as jacked as Jordan is.
No, just think about it.
You can.
Well, you can, but just think about it. Week after week after week, like Russell, like you meet Gerald, like you guys keep coming back to our show, whether you agree or disagree with our opinion. Yes. And we come on the live, we type in the comments, we still say what we got to say. And at the end of the day, we still didn't agree, but it's okay. We shared what we needed to share. Yes. It is all good. It is all good. Like we still support each other, right? Like, and that's the awesome part about doing all of this, right? I got a lot of therapy of all of this. Honestly, I did. Friggin', I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at Jordan. I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking everywhere. Friggin', this is right. I don't know what other place I'm doing all this.
Canucks Uncensored turning into fucking Maury here.
I'm just surprised you guys haven't gotten sick of me yet. So that's all I gotta say.
Oh, never, dude. Never.
Okay, boys.
By the way, sorry. One last thing.
Yes, one last thing.
Joe, I want to say this on the screen is I didn't get a chance to congratulate Russell on becoming a soon-to-be daddy. I sent him a message.
Oh, really?
I DM'd him. And I actually want to say this on screen with you here. Bro, you're going to be an amazing dad. Just make sure,
dude,
you know, just make sure he follows daddy and has that love for hockey. I mean, don't force it on him, but if he chooses
that's what I was going
to
to say.
then
Is
groom
making
him-
my kid
groom
a Canucks fan,
him
is
to-
that child abuse?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Hopefully by
Save
the
him
time
now.
he'll be doing well, right?
I'm going to let the kid choose what team to cheer for.
There we go. But hopefully by the time your kid grows up, we might have a cup. Let's have our fingers crossed.
Oh, man.
How's that?
Russ, if
But
your
congrats,
child doesn't
Russell.
grow up to be a PD fan, I'm going to be disappointed.
He's probably he's gonna follow you, right? He's gonna be defiant. He's like, yeah, fuck Petey.
Oh my god. Well, okay. Well, Russ, I didn't know that you were expecting. That's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Congrats,
that's awesome.
man.
Congratulations to you and your wife. And yeah, we're very excited to see the little one on the stream watching the games with you.
Yeah, it's just gonna be right on my shoulder. All right, the Canucks are losing again, kid.
Yes.
Take from
Amazing.
DuPont.
Exactly. Okay, boys, thank you so much. Hey, Gerald, Russ, Justin, Tyler, everyone who joined today. Thanks, you guys, for joining. We have gone on 2 hours and 30 minutes here.
Holy snap.
Man, and great Friday night about Canucks. But yeah, thanks, you guys, for joining. We will have you guys on another open house.
Cheers. Make good choices, boys.
Absolutely. Oh, anyone who's watching, if you haven't subscribed to Russell Nothing is Perfect, the guy, every goddamn game.
Yes.
Every game. Not even Canucks, Golden Eyes, and Abbotsford Canucks. He is grinding, making shit happen on every game night. Please subscribe to him. Give him some love. And Gerald, watch out for Gerald's new channel coming out soon as well.
Yes.
Okay, boys. Signing off. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, Witt.
Oh.
What a show. We did not expect that.
Dude, we had matches, we had triple threats, we had one. Oh my gosh. Even
But
some-
yes,
oh,
everyone
love
who's
it.
watching, everyone who's new here, if this is what you have to expect, yes, we don't hold any punches, man. We let people say what they want, say your opinion. But if this is anything but a lesson, hey, we can still disagree and have respectful discourse about the Vancouver Canucks.
We don't always agree.
We don't always agree. Hell no.
No.
You think you and I we're always on the same page? Fuck no.
Who's this Petey basher?
Oh my god, you're the worst. You're the worst. Okay, you bash him just as much as I do. You just don't do it on the air.
No. I bash him.
You do.
I
okay?
bash him.
Jesus.
I bash him.
My goodness.
I bash him.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Canucks Uncensored, your number one destination for raw, unfiltered, candid, non-mainstream, and of course, uncensored commentary about your Vancouver Canucks. Please give us a like and subscribe if you like what we do. And you can find us all on the platforms. Wait, tell them where we can find us.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify.
Yes.
And
You should do
X.
it every time because I always fuck it up.
No.
And X, yes. Perfect. So, guys, give us a like and subscribe. Give us a follow. Give us some love. And go Canucks, go. Last place. Let's do it.
Let's go.